Hey, can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah. Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah. Can I get to the yams? I'm early for them yams. Done it with no friends that they're going never dead. Yeah. For some starters that can do it all the time. Oh, the yams are all I know. I feel the risen destruction. It's sending me the song to the world. Can I get to the yams? Trying to get to the bands, money in my pockets here with a will in the pen. Something about them yams I just don't understand. And I'm telling them, can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah, can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah. Hey, can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah. Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah. Can I get to the yams? I'm early for them yams. Done it with no friends that they're going never dead. Yeah. For some starters that can do it all the time. Oh, the yams are all I know. I feel the risen destruction. It's sending me the song to the world. Can I get to the yams? Trying to get to the bands, money in my pockets here with a will in the pen. Something about them yams I just don't understand. And I'm telling them, can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah, can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Yeah.
It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Spaghett Friends Toy Show, episode 249. What is going on, people? This be your boy Smith, as always, joined by the usual suspects here live tonight. What's going on, fellas?
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
We'll give it a few more minutes to let people kind of get this stuff. We are running a little bit late, has some scheduling conflicts, but it is what it is. We're still here, giving you that fun, giving you the adventures, giving you all the stuff you need on your number one show on Friday nights. Also, there is some wrestling going on, but we won't talk too much because we're going to save that for tomorrow. So, but before we really kind of get the show going, I did learn some things yesterday, to be honest with you. I learned how to finally put timestamps on my videos.
Oh, you gotta teach me how to do that then.
It's kind of easy, but very tedious. Actually, it's really easy, but really tedious. I'm gonna try to timestamp tonight's show, so that's why I'm kind of fillering it. So this is kind of the intro. I don't have an exact timing, but I know once I transition, that'll kind of give me an indication. Basically, what you need to do, Jimmy, Matt, is in your description. What you'll need to do is to timeline this, to put a timestamp in your videos. You basically have to manually type in the times you want the algorithm to save, but you always have to start at 0. So you'll be like 0.00, and you'll name that your intro, and then after the intro, it could be 1 minute and 19 seconds. Then you'll label what that is and go from so on and so forth. But you gotta manually type it all into your description and then save. And then once you save, you go back to the video, you'll see it'll be all timeline for you.
Okay.
Because I did that with one of my videos last night. But like I said, it's not hard. It's just you gotta go through your videos and know what times you want, to be, isolated. And you put it all in the description, so that way if anybody comes to that video, they can punch it there or punch it on the screen, because it'll all be segmented. So I would say give it a try. I tried it yesterday with a video. It took a few minutes, but once it's done, which is kind of nice, because I've been wanting to timestamp videos more and give people the option to kind of skip 2 things if they don't want to, they might not want to hear us rambling and just want to get straight to Fig News. So for those watching, I'm definitely going to timestamp this stream tonight just to kind of fuck with that, and then try to continue to go from there, so it makes it more convenient for viewers, especially those who might come and watch us in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, give it a try. Like I said, it's really not hard. It's just tedious. Because like I said, you're gonna have to go through your video and decide, okay, where do you want to end? Where do you want to stop? You know what I'm saying? To kind of segment whatever you're uploading. So that's
also come in and listen to us ramble, because sometimes.
Hey, what's going on, Marin? Thanks for joining us today.
Sometimes there's gold in those rambles.
Well, like I said, it's a helpful tool. Like, I'm glad now I figured it out, because I thought it was like something within YouTube that you had to like kind of program. I wasn't sure, so like I figured stop being a boomer. I went, looked it up. And then I saw a video, and it's like, okay, that doesn't seem that hard. It's just a lot. It's like I said, it's just very tedious. That's all it is. Like I said, it's not hard. It's just tedious. Morgan and Raquel retain. That's okay. I mean, I'm happy to see that they're color coordinated. That's always a good thing.
And they finally have like a tag team entrance.
But you know what I miss? I miss tag team names. Well, I don't like when they get introduced as like themselves. Like, I want the tag team name. What happened to Demolition and the Legion of Doom, Strike Force? You know what I mean? The Killer Bees, the Hart Foundation, the Fabulous Rougeau Brothers, the Nasty Boys. Hell, even Pretty Deadly. You know what I'm saying? Like, tag team names. Like, even back when Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne teamed up, they were like, hey, man, we're a team. We need a name. Like, we need a name, because that's important.
Oh,
what's so funny, man? What's so funny?
It's just that was truly the dark age of like WWE and like tag team wrestling.
What, Air Boom? The like, Air Boom era?
It's not even like Air Boom was like a bad tag team, but it's just the era of we really don't give a shit about tag team wrestling. Just put guys together. Who cares?
Yeah, because it's like, come on now, let's really care about tag team and have. If you're gonna be a tag team, you should have a name. You should have a name.
It's like it's like that's the difference between two people competing in a tag team match and a tag team wrestling a match. Like that's the difference. Like a tag team is almost like you're two bodies, but you're one mind. Part of that is like, yeah, like, you know, you gotta have the matching gear, like the matching, like you gotta have the tag team entrance, you gotta have a tag team name. Like that's what that's what tag team wrestling is. Like
Yeah, like
Hawk and
all
Adam.
the greatest tag teams that I've ever known had names. There's not too
Yeah,
many people that you go, oh man, that was a great tag team, and you just name them as a name. Like, no, they're a team. When you talk about Harlem Heat, you don't say, oh man, Booker T and Stevie Wade were a great tag team. No, Harlem Heat was a great tag team.
exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
Bam Bam, Terry Gordy, and Buddy Robertson and Michael Hayes were a great trio. No, the Fabulous Freebirds were a great trio. Same thing with the New Day. Same thing, Crime Time. All of them. I don't take you seriously until you have a name.
Exactly.
Like, that's why I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck about Ricochet and Braun. They're not a tag team. They don't have a name. They're not even matching attire. I can say the same right now about Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Just because they're the champions, they're barely a real tag team. Sure, their gear's matching now. They don't even have their own cohesive entrance. They don't come out together, and they don't have a name.
Well, they did tonight. Like they have their own entrance now. So the last thing they're truly missing is tag team name.
But we know they're not going to get one because they're not going to last long.
No.
We know they're not going
Well,
to
yeah.
get one.
Well, yeah, that's an entirely
In
different
fact,
matter.
since
But
this
yeah,
whole women division of tag team has been revitalized, there hasn't been one. There may be two teams that have had like actual tag team names. One was the Iconics, the other's Toxic Attraction.
mhm.
Other than that, no one else has a name. Even the women that were tag team, Kaden Carter and Kiana Chance, they've been tag champions and been together for a while and still got no name.
And they were the longest reigning
Yeah,
champs.
and still got no name as a tag team.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would anybody care about a team if the team doesn't even have a name? Every great team has a name. Even when Tully and Arn were put together, and they're either if you were in the NWA, they were Horsemen. If they were in WWE, they were the Brain Busters. They always had a name. Every team had a name.
Mhm.
You don't have a name, you're not a real tag team. You're on the
Exactly.
cusp, but you're not there.
Like I said, that's the difference between being being a tag team and being just two people that are teaming together.
You know, shit. Even when Randy Orton and Edge got together, Rated RKO, they had a name. They had a name. Even Stone Cold and motherfucking Triple H, the two-man power trip. Every good tag team gets a name.
Hmm.
Jericho, Show Miz, get a name.
Y2AJ.
Y2AJ, exactly. Just like get a name.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, Kabuki Warriors. Like I said, it makes you more credible as like, oh, it's a real team here. They got a name. They're not just individuals because that's not the point. It's a tag team. No tag team should not have a name. I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't be introduced. Like I said, Matt and ourselves ain't nobody introducing us individually. They gonna introduce us as the North American Thick Boys.
Hell yeah.
Okay. This is ludicrous, WWE. Come on, you should know better. Triple H, you should know better.
It's all, yeah, like it's all in the presentation, you know. If you want people to see these guys as
And,
a
and the crazy
as a
part
tag
about it, and
team.
I know we kind of veering off on wrestling stuff, but you know this is what we do here sometimes. But what gets me is like WWE knows this because they've been doing this for years. They would throw people together, but they would at least go the extra mile to make them a name. Like the Bruce the Barber Beefcake and Greg Valentine, they got thrown together and then they gave them a name. I forget what it was. I think it was like the beefcakes or something like that. I know when they threw Tito and Rick Martel together, they were nobody. They were singles, and then what happened? They became Strike Force.
Yeah.
When they put Paul Roma with Hercules, Power and Glory. Even if they were sucky, shitty teams, they still had the courtesy and respect to give them a name. Hell, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, the B Team. Even if they're shit, at least give them a name.
Yeah.
So that way you can tout and go, well, we have a strong a strong tag division. Well, okay, name me some teams. Name me some teams. Don't when you start doing this person and this person, is that a real tag team or is that just two dudes you do together? But it sounds more official when you go, oh, I got the Heart Foundation, I got the Killer Bees, I got the Fabulous Rougeos, I got Power and Glory, I got the Powers of Pain, Legion of Doom, Demolition, you know what I'm saying? The Street Profits, Harlem Heat, Nasty Boys, Mega Powers, Money Inc., Natural Disasters, and keep going. The Beverly Brothers, the Fantastics, you know what I'm saying? American Males, Stars and Stripes. Yeah.
American Males is the best tag team.
Yeah, the best tag team. What do you bite your tongue? American Males.
You can't sit there and say that doesn't sound like porn. Come on.
American Males.
What are you doing tonight? I'm gonna watch some American Males.
American Males. American Males. Look here, son.
Listen,
do not disrespect American Males, okay? The North American thick boys were born out of American males, okay?
Listen, this is fascism.
It's not fascism. This is America, okay?
Exactly.
It's America,
listen.
Okay?
Listen, I'm gonna wear some American Males. I'm gonna watch some American Males.
Listen. You wish you was an American male. Hey, listen, you die to be an American male.
Don't
worry, Jimmy. I would too.
Oh shit! Okay.
American males.
Marcus Bagwell, and the other guy.
And Scotty Big fucking Riggs. You mean?
Oh my god.
Big motherfucking Riggs.
Oh my god. Who else is on that team? Johnny Sins?
No,
that's it. Just the two of them.
Okay.
Listen. Stop disrespecting.
Listen, this is what makes disrespecting spicy.
Feel it in your body. Feel it in your soul, Jimmy. You ready to be the American male?
American males. 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 When you see them coming, better run for cover. Girls, you don't need a weekend lover.
American males. Shut the fuck up. You can't touch that.
That's worse than Buff Corral.
You better stop talking this blasphemy, son.
Listen, I've had a lot of candy corn, okay?
Andre and Haku with a colossal connection. Even they had a name. Like I said, they took shit seriously things back in the days. People got names.
I always mix up the Colossal Connection and the Twin Towers. Like
you mean Big Boss Man and Akeem?
Yeah. I always forget which one is which.
So yeah, like they like I said, WWE cared at one time to give a shit about their tag teams, even if they were hastily thrown together. They still gave them. They made time to give them names. So at least you believe, like, oh, maybe these guys might have something here. Maybe this might be something that could be a potential big, deal or get over. And some do, some don't. Some last 5 minutes, some last 5 years.
I don't last very long.
Hey, well, I mean, that's on you, homie. You know what? We've been ramble rousing for a few minutes here. Let's I think it's time we jump into your number one source. What's so funny, man?
It's just because you're like I'm putting like timestamps so if people want to skip the rambles, if you skipped all the rambles, this show would be like a half an hour.
Look here, listen, man. Look here, listen. Oh, speaking of which, see now, look at you. See, you got me. Tomorrow is, I think it's during the afternoon. I think it's noon. But Boogie 2988. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, of course.
And Wings of Redemption.
Oh my god.
Will be boxing tomorrow at noon.
Okay.
It's been organized by Killer Keemstar of Drama Alert. It's a big thing, man. It's a big thing. I'm looking forward to these two locales getting it on. So
is it gonna be on like Twitch or whatever?
It should be free on YouTube, or it might be on some certain site. You might have to look around. But when I get a link tomorrow, I definitely can shoot you a link.
Yeah, I want to see that. Hilarious.
And you know why these two men are fighting?
Why?
Because of Darkside Phil. Quick side story, children. Keemstar. Okay, gotta go a little bit. Okay, so there a couple months back, maybe even a year ago, Keemstar had announced that he was retiring from like YouTube because he's got shit tons of money, right?
Yeah.
And he does other projects. So someone asked Darkside Phil on his stream, hey, what do you think about, Keemstar's retirement? And Darkside Phil, being the king of hate that he is, he starts running his mouth. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck this guy. Don't like him. He's all that. Making shit up. Just all kinds of slander. Keemstar gets wind of this, gets on Twitter, claps back, says he's a loser and lives his life on Mission 1, which then detractors picked up and called it Level 1. So then, what Darkside Phil chooses to do when he finds out that Keem put him on Level 1? He changes his pre-stream to the Level 1 podcast because he's going to own the meme. Fast forward, Keem talks some shit because Phil keeps talking shit and then decides, I'm going to offer this bitch a job. He offers Darkside Phil, Wings of Redemption, and Boogie 2988 $50K each to start in bonus. $50K each to be in a podcast called the Locale Podcast. Boogie said yes. Wings said yes. Guess who was the bitch who said no? Darkside Phil. Because he'd rather beg his audience for money than take an actual paycheck and have a job. So, with that being said, big ups to them, the podcast doesn't happen. So now Boogie and Wings are fighting each other for not $50K, $10K each. So Darkside Phil cost these two men they took a $40,000 pay cut. So that's why they're boxing tomorrow. Because Darkside Phil's a begging ass bitch on the internet and cost these two men $50K. Plus they was going to get 25% ownership of the podcast. So that means on top of the $50K sign-in bonus that Keem was going to give them, they was also going to make extra residuals from ad revenue and any advertisers that Keem got for their podcast. So basically saying Darkside Phil cost everybody the bag. Because he'd rather beg actual slow-learning adults for pittance.
For $10K, I'll take a fault for each of them.
Yeah. But he offered them, before that, he offered them $50K not to fight. Just to come on the show and talk. $50K. Each. Not a combined total and you divvy it up between three. No, each walking away with $50K. On top of whatever else comes from that podcast. And he said no. Why did he say no? Because he don't like Keemstar. Why doesn't he like Keemstar? Because Keemstar is successful.
Yeah, but to be fair, Keemstar is also kind of a piece of shit. So
He is a
it's
piece.
like,
He is a piece of shit, but he's a successful piece of
yeah,
shit.
he is. I don't know.
Okay.
All I see is just like a clown.
Here's
show
the thing.
happening.
When it comes to Darkseid Phil, his reasonings and your reasonings aren't the same. Yours are more genuine, than his is more monetary. He doesn't. It's not that Keem's a piece of shit to Darkseid Phil. It's he's a piece of shit, and people still give him money. And that makes Darkseid Phil mad because he goes, "Hey, I'm a piece of shit, and nobody gives me anything." Yeah, because you're not good at it.
Piece of shit, then.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why they're fighting tomorrow night, because Darkseid Phil cost them $50K, and now they're fighting at a $40K pay cut.
So are they fighting just to get some kind of pay?
Yeah, they're getting paid $10K each, but it's a $40K pay cut compared to making $50K just to sit on your ass and talk. Now you got to go in the ring and fight each other just to make that $10K when you could have been sitting and talking for $50K. What you think sounds better, Matt? Me and you talking for $50K, or you and me fighting for $10K?
Yeah, the $50K for sure. But do they have like actual beef? Or
No,
just fight,
no, there is
get
no
paid?
beef. They're just fighting to get paid.
Okay, got you. Okay.
There's no beef. It's just a fight to get paid. If anything, they want to fight Phil, but Phil's too much of a pussy. And they both sat there and said it out loud in public. It's on record. They both know Darkseid Phil cost them $50K.
I mean, let's be real though. If we're talking Wings of Redemption and Boogie, there is some beef there. Let's be real.
Well, they squashed it enough that they were willing to work with each other for $50K. Phil, hell, Boogie's had beef with Keemstar for years, and he was willing to put it aside for $50K. Why? Because Wings needs the fucking money.
But also, they're both big boys.
They're both big boys, but they're both big boy locals who have made bad business decisions and now are struggling to get just a little bit of money from their audience. So this would have been a blessing for them. Boogie recently, he put all his money in Bitcoin, got rich, and then got poor because he lost it all.
I'm kind of surprised that ESP would turn that down because he's always begging for money.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He'd rather beg than do that because then it exposes that he's not talented. He has no skills. His whole life has no value, no meaning, and no weight. The dude relies on actual whales that come in and give him money, and he manipulates the rest of them are actual, and I know people don't like the word, but I like to use it because it gives it gravity. He scams retarded people. And by retarded, I mean actually retarded, like short yellow bus, get out of school 15 minutes early, need adult supervision to pretty much live the rest of your life. That you shouldn't be alone on your own because you are not capable or smart enough to be on your own. And he takes money from these people every day. And the fact that Keem fucking slapped his ass is beautiful. I don't like Keem. I'm not a fan of Keem. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And right now, Phil chose to talk shit about the wrong person, and now he's locked onto him. Because guess what? Guess what Keem's doing now? When he's done with this fight, he's looking for family members and friends of Darkseid Phil so he could talk to them to find out what's wrong with this asshole. And Phil's sweating right now.
I think they're all fucking crazy. I think it's a circle of violence.
Which is,
I don't know.
Well, who's violence though? Who's circle of violence?
No, it's a circle of bullshit. So the reason nobody's forgetting about Darkseid Phil is because people keep giving him attention. Like now you got this motherfucker.
But see, here's the problem. Here's the thing. You have to, because I believe this. I say this all the time. Evil prevails when good men do nothing. And what that man does is evil. He goes out of his way to manipulate his audience and bleeds them dry. I've seen this man take stolen money from children, homeless people. People have lost their jobs to give this dummy money.
Yeah,
Because
but
he sits there and
people
he cries poverty and he cries victim. The man is a constant victim.
but people have been trying to take him down for like over 15 years.
And
Nothing's
that's because
changed.
he slips through the cracks of YouTube, because YouTube is a flawed ass platform. There's a lot of people like him that slip through the cracks because, one, YouTube is so focused on all the big people who make them money that they can give a fuck about the little people who are just taking up bit rate. Unless they do something completely egregious where it's like, either violent or racist, yeah, they'll look past just being an asshole, but they don't understand the gravity of it. The asshole is stealing and breaking TOS on a daily basis. The problem is, because he used to have some sort of notoriety in the beginning, his numbers of subscribers shields him from, real punishment, because they
What
just
was that?
assume nothing, even though he's on a dead channel. The man has 200K subscribers, and he can barely crack 1,000 views on a video. 200K subscribers, because it's a dead channel. It's a dead channel. And like I said, this man scams and breaks the system. The shit that we get popped for around here, like the less shit, the shit we do and we get stopped for, he gets away with that. And personally, I feel that shouldn't let go quietly. That shouldn't be just forgotten about and go, oh, let's ignore it. Because no, when you ignore it, then they get the chance to fester more. And frankly, I'm all about cutting out cancer. I'm all about cutting out cancer. And he is a cancer. So there is a reason people need to talk about him. If you don't talk about him, he's just going to sit there in his little funky corner and scam more retarded people. I guess you never met Derek. Derek is an actual sex pest. An actual sex pest. And he's DSP's #1 disciple. Do you know Derek has a YouTube channel, right? Where he has playlists of other people's children in bathtubs. They're not kin to him, but he saved them on his goddamn page. That's a guy that needs to be checked out. And he's DSP's #1 fan, who, by the way, when he was a child, gave DSP stolen money from his mama's credit card. So you want that guy on your platform, Jimmy. Because remember, when he fucks up, YouTube then has to change rules that will affect you.
Well,
And
listen,
anyone else on this platform. So the way I see it, if you cut the cancer out now, we won't have to worry about bullshit later.
Yeah, it's just like it's Logan Paul all over again.
Yeah, exactly. So the way I see it, you cut it out now before it becomes a problem.
This is kind of the story of YouTube. It's like the big guys fuck up, and then it's us little guys that have to pay for it.
And DSP under their guide would be a big name. He has over 200K. And to him, and as the algorithm is concerned, he's an upper echelon, even though he's not. But the algorithm doesn't know any different. They just see the numbers. And because he plus he's abusing the system because he sits there and floods the algorithm with content. Like the man has like 80,000 uploads because he just floods it with shit. It's a literal landfill.
I completely agree that he needs to be removed from YouTube, and I know all of his detractors come from good intention and good heart, but the only thing I'm saying is that everybody's been doing this for years, and he's still here.
But he's not.
It's like,
but but see, let me get you up to speed. He's not though, because ever since detractors have gone harder in the paint, and he exposed himself for being a WWE Champions addict, he's been losing more money. He's been losing more fans. He's literally relied on whatever little whales he have to come get him like his little $150 pittance. He's not making money. And like I said, the fact that Keem is on him now is not a good thing for him. Because recently, Darkside Phil went on a podcast known as the Side Scrollers Podcast, thinking that he was going to spit pignosis and try to find new people to give him money and be sympathetic to his victim narrative. It completely backfired on him. He spent 5 hours ducking and dodging. He then tried to talk shit about Keem and lie, and guess what happened? Keem showed up. And when Keem showed up, he tried to sit there and suck his dick. Not more than 24 hours later, fuck Keem, fuck Keem. So no, everything that's coming to this man is earned. So now Keem wants to do here and make a documentary about this dude and find people who know him so they can expose more how big of a lying, asshole, scamming piece of shit that he is on the internet. Let it happen. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Okay, I've seen this man tell people, I hope your children spend the rest of their life staring at the wall. That's what he said to his audience, that I hope your children grow up and spend the rest of their life staring at a fucking wall. And you know why he told that his audience member that? Because the audience member said that you're boring us. And he was boring them. And he was boring them.
Listen, I will gladly eat my words when you guys remove them off the platform. So.
Oh, it's coming, but see, here's the problem. It's coming, but people know there's money to be made out of him because why? Say it with me, children. He's a low cow, and we milk low cows out here. We milk them. We milk them, and his fucking udders are fat with milk. It tastes like listen. His milk tastes like bacon. It's just savory.
Oh my god, that's gross.
AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins, huh? I'd rather see AJ win. I'd rather see AJ win first.
It makes sense though.
Oh my god.
The SmackDown guy. I agree. I'd rather see AJ win, but obviously the SmackDown guy is not winning the Raw Championship.
Well, maybe he'll go back to Raw. You never know.
Come on.
But you know what? I know I bored the chat with all this DSP talk. All I know is go look for it yourself. Trust me, there's a cornucopia of stuff. Hell, check out my man Dwight Race. He's got a great show. It's called Extreme Locale Wrestling. It's prime time stuff. You should check it out. But anyways, let's jump into the number one source. Wait a minute. The Rampage on tonight or Saturday? I think it is Saturday.
Today.
No, because it's not on the boat. You know, that's okay, because you know what? I didn't catch Ring of Honor, so I'll watch a little bit of that, and I don't have to worry about the feed.
It is on the Saturday.
I don't have to worry about the feed being funky. I'm sorry, audience. I'm a bad host. No,
You're
I started watching Ring of Honor after work, but I fell asleep. Yeah, I'll probably finish it.
Because I just want to give you quality content.
Content.
I just want to be your lover.
Wait, what? A boyfriend.
You said, I need my boyfriend.
I need my boyfriend. Where's my boyfriend?
I'm here, Jimmy. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God.
You said
I'm always right with you.
You know what I just realized? My windows are open and somebody just walked by and heard me say that. Didn't turn down the volume enough.
All right, yo, listen, let's get into the number one source for news and information. I hope everybody's got their boyfriend and keeping you safe.
I didn't turn it down. Stop it.
Keeping your body nice and tight. Keeping it right for fake news. All right, let's jump into it, man. Check your spaghetti policy while you're at it, too. All right, first off, what we got here? From TB League, we've got Ryu from Street Fighter, of course. You know who it is. This is one of those seamless joints, so that, you know, this shit looking extra proper.
Okay, I thought that was a statue.
I thought it was too, but then I started looking at some of the photos and it's like, but then I remember TB League is kind of big on these seamless joint type figures.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad of it, man.
We're also big on making figures that are atomically correct.
That too. I mean, I mean, let me see. What's the price on this dude? It's $300. Yeah, I get it. Because it'd be nice if more companies start implementing seamless joints. You know, it'd be nice. Like, clearly it's something that can be done. We we can't knock that down to a smaller scale.
I mean, some companies do it, but
am I asking for too much, guys?
No, they do. No, they do 112 figures for sure. They do.
yeah, and they don't do it a lot because collectors complain that they can't pose their figures for like a long period of time because the creases. That's why they don't usually do it.
I don't know. I mean, I think it just, yeah, man. It's like I don't. Maybe it's just me. I'm not a pose heavy. Like I pose, but I don't try to go outside of the realm of that certain figure's dexterity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Mezco did it with their Alien recently, and that worked out pretty well. But I can't really keep its elbows bend or anything because it'll destroy the costume, which
Mm.
sucks.
Yeah.
Plus, it looks good with the soft goods on. His gi looking good. He's got the heavy bag. We got replacement feet. God damn.
Mhm.
But yeah. $300, $30 deposit, late May of 2023.
Okay, so Jimmy, we were talking about this yesterday. Eka is dropping an Ultimate Nun or Valak if you saw the movie. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's all right. I kind of don't care just because they've already released the 8-inch cloth one, and I like that line. I have no problem with that line. So I must admit I would be more excited if this was the first Alec figure we were getting. I would be a lot more excited, but for people that I guess don't collect 8-inch cloth line, I'm glad that you can get a Valak if you want.
Yep.
I mean, it looks good. Like a creepy ass psycho nun.
Yeah.
Like, go to church. You gotta pay your tithes.
Where's my fellow sisters?
Be like, do you ready to receive the blood of Christ?
I'll bless you, my son.
So I bless you with my strong hand. Oh, Mark Briscoe versus Shane Taylor Promotions.
Yeah.
Nice.
Watching
And I like the setup Ring of Honor's got going for itself. I think it works for them.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's just the only thing, and again, I don't wanna detract too much. But the only thing is, I just wish it had a more of a harder roster split. Just I don't want to see the same guys wrestling on Ring of Honor and Dynamite in the same week.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one right there.
I just wish Ring of Honor had more of its own roster where okay you tune into Ring of Honor and you're getting guys that are exclusive to Ring of Honor. But yeah, this is a good figure. We're gonna talk about NECA later, but yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. What about you, Jimmy?
Oh, I didn't see the movie, so I wouldn't get it.
You didn't see you didn't see any of them?
I saw the second one in theaters, I think, but she
The
wasn't in that, was she?
She was in The Conjuring Part 2. That's where she first appeared.
Oh yeah, towards the end, I think,
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, something. Yeah, still, I wasn't a big Conjuring fan, so I think I'll pass on this.
She had one of the best scenes where Vera Farmiga kind of sees her in the house and she's kind of like she comes out she's staring at the painting and then all of a sudden she comes out of the painting.
Like in the bedroom or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I remember that.
yeah, that's dope.
Well, it's gonna be $38, October of 2023.
Oh, more horror stuff. So yeah, yeah, we're getting some toony terrors, getting Jigsaw in his pig mask with Billy on his trike.
Man, I wish they would make these into ultimates though.
I, I think I think Jigsaw's supposed to get an ultimate this year.
Oh, I hope so. I get that.
They teased the ultimate Jigsaw.
No.
I mean, it looks good
Yeah, yeah.
for what it for what
looks
it's for what
nice.
it does. You know.
Are you getting this, Matt?
Uh, no, I'm not really into the toony terrors. It's because they're not really articulated.
Yeah. I only picked up the Jaws one.
And I have my wife bought me for Christmas, I think like 2 3 years ago. She bought me the first release of Jigsaw and Pigface from the NECA. Like, remember the NECA? Like, was it like all classics?
Yeah.
It was that by NECA? They had like a John McClane.
No,
Yeah,
that,
like
that was that was McFarlane.
okay, yeah, yeah.
It
Okay,
was called Classics, and it was also part of the Movie Maniacs line.
yeah, like they have like no articulation except like a couple like cut joints.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm good on those. If we get a ultimate Jigsaw, oh, it comes with the reverse bear trap though. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Well, it's gonna set you back $32, September of 2023.
So okay, this another good one. I was talking about this 2 3 weeks ago. We were talking about the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and I was kind of talking about that one-off release they did of Drizzt with the little panther, and a lot of people kind of passed on it, and I was kind of saying like, oh, like if you kind of picked up that release, then you're good because now you're getting all this D&D stuff. But I guess Hasbro was like, don't worry, we got you. So we're getting a version 2 Drizzt. He comes with slightly different accessories, wearing a totally different attire, and he doesn't come with the panther. But if you missed him the first time, I'm glad again. I'm glad people are getting another. I'm glad people are getting another shot.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
this is from is this from the movie that just came out or this from
No,
like book?
he's from the books. I don't know if he's from the game per se, but I know he's had like several like books.
I mean, it looks
And he
pretty
was
good.
in the
I ain't gonna lie, it looks decent.
Yeah, he was in the game too, the game that came out like last year.
Like if I was a Dungeons and Dragons person, I'd probably be on this. That's if they're gonna commit to making more figures of like this branch, you know.
Again, yeah, like I got the first release, so I'm not gonna get this one. But if again, like we're kind of Dungeons and Dragons, we're getting like a lot of different stuff right now. So
Yeah,
you know,
you got classic cartoon, you got movie, you got the
uh,
books, but the movie stuff is kind of past and gone already. That ship sailed already. That did nothing. No one cared.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like no
well
one cared.
those movie figures were not particularly interesting. I
I don't
think
even think
anyway.
did the movie even do well.
I don't feel like it did
It
great.
kind of went. It kind of came and gone. To be
Yeah,
honest.
it didn't bomb, but it wasn't overly successful.
Yeah, and I don't think the figures were gonna do either any better. To be honest.
It just comes down to for me like the movie characters, they were just all kind of plain looking humans in plain looking clothes, which I just didn't, they just don't make very interesting figures. Uh, that's kind of it. Like me, like the Dungeons and Dragons figures that get me like the most hyped are like the monsters, like any big monster that Hasbro does, I'm gonna buy the shit out of it. Or like the ones that NECA are doing, they're doing like knights with like cool armor and shit like that. I feel like that's kind of what people want. Like I figure like the movie figures, I feel like they're just kind of regular people in regular clothes. I just think that they just looked a little boring. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a good release if you're kind of, again, if you missed the first one. Uh, this is a nice one to get.
Mm-hmm. $32, August of 2023. What else we got here? And also from Hasbro Pulse. This is one it's exclusive to Hasbro Pulse. It's a 2-pack. We
Yeah,
got Drax the Destroyer and Moondragon.
yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Because Moondragon, a brand new character we've never had before. What's great about Moondragon is you could slot her into so many different displays. Like there's different like Avengers teams she could go with. You could put her with your Guardians of the Galaxy. So there's a lot you could do with Moonstone, and it's a great classic character. That they definitely went for the unsexy look, which I'm not
But
surprised.
no, that's the look she had, so that's the look she should be given.
Well, she had one outfit that was kind of barely there,
Well,
but
they went with the most family friendly one they had that they could get.
yeah, they went with the more family friendly look, which I've come to expect at this point. You know, I'm okay with it. I'm happy we're getting this character finally, and yeah, we're getting like a classic Drax.
Yeah, the Drax is nice.
Yeah, I mean it's the proper Drax. This is what Drax is supposed to look like. I mean, I'm sorry, but he's not supposed to look like Dave Bautista over here. Like, he's supposed to look like this. She looks
Oh,
good.
single jointed elbows, Matt.
You know,
Oh no,
what are you gonna do?
they have
If
failed
they
the city.
if they haven't learned by now, they're not gonna
They're never gonna learn.
never gonna learn.
I don't think they want to learn. That's the thing. They don't want to learn.
They don't.
It's like we don't care. We do what we want.
Fuck them double jointed elbows. That's what they're saying.
Well, this 2-pack here will set you back 50 bones. September of 2023. So let's jump into the next one. Boom. Ho, ho.
Oh, this I do very much want, and I will get it because I didn't get the retro carded Hawkeye when it came out.
Neither did I. I missed out on it. Well, I didn't really even miss out. It
Yeah,
didn't really come my way.
it's just I passed on it on the time. The only one I got out of the first wave of retro card figures was the Black Widow because I didn't have a Black Widow, but you know, like I think with the Hawkeye, it was a thing of where there was just other stuff that I wanted to get, and then he sold out, and then once he sold out, that was it, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll just it is what it is. But I don't have a classic Hawkeye. Like the Hawkeye I have is from the All Father wave, which is more like modern, and he has a Winter Soldier's arm, and sucks, man. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get another shot at a classic Hawkeye. The Sky Cycle, I could take it or leave it. Like I don't. The thing is like I'm not big onto vehicles. But I'm happy to have them. if figures come with them. So I'm happy to have it. You know, like if you watched Earth's Mightiest Heroes, he used the Sky Cycle quite frequently. So I'm okay with it. You know, I'm just happy to be getting another shot at a classic Hawkeye.
Indeed. I could use this classic Hawkeye to kind of fill out like classic Avengers team.
Yeah, again, Hawkeye's you could kind of do a lot with Hawkeye. Like there's a lot of different teams you could put him with. So again, he's very versatile.
Indeed.
You could put him with your West Coast Avengers. You could put him with like your classic Avengers.
$52 though
Put him
for this combination vehicle and figure. It's a little steep, but you know it is what it is, right?
Yeah, you're really paying for the Sky Cycle. That's why I'm saying like I would much rather just have Hawkeye on his own, but the $52 is probably still less than you'd pay for the retro carded one on the aftermarket. And if you're gonna pay $50 anyway, you might as well just get this and get the Sky Cycle rather than pay $50 on the aftermarket for just the Hawkeye. You know.
Yeah, August of 2023.
Economics, people. So yeah, so this is by Revoltech. This is I don't remember your man's name.
It's Kirishima.
Hardcase? Yeah, Hardcase. Hardcase, is that like his like superhero name?
No, it was I think he went by Red Riot.
Red Riot, okay, yeah. He's cool. This is his season 2 look, which I think is his best look.
Yeah, he got the black armbands instead of just bare arms.
Yeah, you know, we all know Revoltech make great figures. I think he looks really good. I'm gonna pass on this, but
I mean, it looks good, but it's just kind of a little bit much.
Damn.
you get like a lot of faces.
I don't think this would go well with my McFarlane ones. Plus, I already have a Kirishima already. I got this version and the version before it, so
He would probably scale with your McFarlane. The only thing is, next to Revoltech, McFarlane is gonna look like complete shit.
Yeah, that's true. I hope Todd isn't watching. You just upset him.
I hope he is watching.
What that motherfucker say?
Not making so much Batman.
I'm unsubscribing.
Two fucking fists, dude. Two fucking fists.
There you go.
And make a proper Superman, goddammit. And a better Bizarro.
Make
a good one. Make a good Wonder Woman. And enough of the Batman for like just like take 6 months off of Batman and just focus on other DC characters. Can you do that? I challenge you, McFarlane. Take 6 months away from and like no Batman figures. Make everybody in the DC pantheon but Batman for 6 months.
Could we get like a classic Heat Wave, because the last one we got was fucking
like I said, anybody but Batman. So you want to make a classics, you want to make modern, do it. But just make something. Make a Wonder Woman. Like I said, make decent Justice League people. Make a Mr. Terrific. Somebody.
Oh my god, I would love a Mr. Terrific.
Yeah,
and better yet, I gotta change that, amend that. Leave anybody who's not Batman or the Batman family. Don't do them right now. You've done enough.
No, I never got the DCUC Mr. Terrific. Again, he's one that goes for higher on the aftermarket.
Yeah.
He's
You know what
one
I'm
that
saying?
tends to go for a little more.
Can we get a Wonder Woman that's not Gal Gadot? Can we get like, hey, why don't you finish off those animated figures you were making? I'm pretty sure there's somebody that would like to get a Teen Titans to go with that cyborg.
Of course, I know him. He's me.
Damn it, you beat me.
But it's like anything but Batman.
So you guys want more Batman? Okay.
So
Sounds
you're telling me you want more Batman? Okay. $1.20, November of 2023. Godzilla.
So this is Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Burning Godzilla
From Higher Toys.
from Monster Arts.
No, this is
From
Higher
Higher
Toys.
Toys.
Yeah.
Okay. Higher Toys.
I mean, it looks decent. Ain't nothing
Looks
wrong
good.
with it.
This is a tiny Godzilla. And this, so I guess this is from the end of the movie, right? Like when he
When
like, blasted the shit out of
Godzilla's had
Ghidorah.
about enough of this bullshit.
when Godzilla has like a diarrhea day, you know?
This is fuck around and find out Godzilla.
Too many hot Cheetos, Godzilla.
It's
Good
like,
though. He does look good.
like, what's wrong with Godzilla? Blue Takis.
Toilet gone.
Said Godzilla had spicy hot ramen.
Godzilla destroy.
By the way, I had some of that spicy hot ramen. That, for the people I've ever seen online that ever eat that, y'all look, I feel for your butthole.
Oh my god, my window's open.
Cause I just taste, I'm like, yo, bro, that shit burns. I didn't even put it in my noodles. I said, this shit is ridiculous. I'm like, I'm not eating this.
Does it burn more going in or coming out?
Oh,
Bro,
dear
I
God.
didn't even listen. I put, like, when I tasted the pack and I'm like, yo, this shit is stupid hot. I didn't even put the whole pack in. I put like 2 or 3 drops into my noodles and that shit still was hot as fuck. Like 2 or 3 drops. I didn't even put the whole bag. And it was all liquid. 2 or 3 drops of this seasoning. That shit was fire. So I don't even want to know what would have happened if I put the whole bag in. Like, to this point, I say, yo, I'm not even using the seasoning no more. Fuck that shit. I am not about to burn my asshole. No, sir.
Oh my god, I'm trying to eat. Oh
What are you
no.
eating? What are you eating?
In fact, yo, Matt, I don't know if they got them in Canada, but if I find those noodles
Yeah.
again, I'm going to send it to you. If you want to eat that shit, you go right the fuck ahead, bro.
I'll give it a try at least. I'll give it a try.
I'm going to send it to you, son, dead ass. And I want to see you. I want to see you make a video of that shit. I want to see you make it. I want to see you eat that shit. And you won't burn your Canadian butthole, son.
Oh dear God.
I'll upload it on the Sanctuary channel. So y'all stay tuned. So y'all can experience it. So y'all stay tuned.
I'm gonna send you a pack of that shit. That shit is fire. I'm telling you. Like, keep that shit away from your kids. Like, real talk. I'm not even laughing. I'm not joking. That shit is serious, son. That shit is not. Trust me. When you taste it, before you even put it in, taste that shit, and you gonna be like, son, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I need to rethink my life choices.
I like spicy food, but like if it's too spicy, then
This is on that level. Okay, see, that's me too. I like spicy, but there's a difference of spicy where it's like a flavor enhancement where it gives it some heat, and where it's just so hot that you can't even really eat the food no more because your mouth is on fire. I don't like that. I don't like being not unable to eat the food because it's so damn hot. Then what's the point of eating it then?
Yeah.
I'm all about flavor here, gentlemen. My
Flavor town.
my third eye has been open for years. Okay?
Yeah.
And the one thing I know is people who sit there and go, I like it super, super hot, then you don't like real food. You don't like food that tastes good because all you want to do is burn. You're not tasting nothing. You're just burning. So what's the point of having what's the point of having the hottest pepper? The hottest pepper that's they're gonna burn you. Are you really tasting anything? Or are you too busy in pain right now?
Yeah, like I don't understand that. Like you kind of like when your food is so spicy that you can't even taste it. Like
Yeah,
what's
like
the
that.
point?
It's
Like are
not
you
even a
even
thing.
enjoying it?
Like you at that point, you're struggling just to eat it. So it's like, are you really enjoying it, or you just powering through?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I like spicy food, but there's a difference between spicy, where it gives the food a little heat, a little more kick to it, and then there's just hot to just be hot. And then when you get to that point, it's just ridiculous because it's like, what are you doing then? You're not eating. You're literally just at that point now punishing yourself. And people are like, oh, I want to see how much I can endure. Then don't even waste the time with the noodles. Just suck the pack because that's where all the magic is. The noodles ain't nothing. The magic's in the pack. At best, all you're doing is kind of diluting a little bit in water so you don't totally like burn your throat, burn a hole in your esophagus. But like I said, we all grown ups here.
Except me.
I'm just giving warning. Like when I send this to you, Matt, like I said, keep that shit away from your kids. The shit is real.
I was gonna say when he said that, I was gonna say some of us are more grown up than others.
But moving on, like I said, it's hot. This shit is as hot as Godzilla. Put it that way. Okay, Godzilla sucked down a pack of this shit. This is what happened. See, $50, fourth quarter of 2023. See, little tangents like that, I'm not gonna cut out. We're gonna keep that in there because bring it right back to Godzilla. It's okay.
That's the magic of the show.
It's the MSGs, it's what makes it good. Fourth quarter of 2023. What else we got here? Oh, hey, yeah. I was just saying this came out. From Revolt Tech. We got from The Nightmare Before Christmas. We got Jack Skellington. This is version 1.5. So I guess they must have made different versions prior to this one. I don't know what the enhancements are, but I'm pretty sure if you've had this, if you bought previous versions, then you know the difference. But hey, it's Jack Skellington, right? You gotta love Jack Skellington.
Of course I know him. He's me. I have the previous version, and he's great.
What is there anything from this version that's different from what you have?
It doesn't look like it. Like I think maybe he might just come with.
Would it be the extra accessories?
Yeah, like I don't think the one I have. Like I definitely don't think he has that face sculpt. I don't think he has the little house. Like he definitely has that display, but I don't think he has I don't think he has a little house. And I think there's some heads that are new here. Like I think the kind of like predator looking head I think is new.
Which one? This one right here?
Yeah, like I think that's new. If I'm being honest, I haven't fucked with this figure in a while. Like he's so fragile. He just kind of lives on my shelf, and I very rarely kind of fuck with them. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's definitely some different heads here. Definitely the predator head, and the little house. I don't believe I got with mine.
Okay, so then they must have just added some extra accessories to this version then.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but yeah, like this is great. If you didn't get any previous Jack Skellingtons, and yeah, it's a great time to get it's a great time to get another shot at it.
Blake Christian about to get murdered by Joe for the TV title.
Damn, I like Blake Christian, man.
Well, they feeding him to Joe. But again, but there are some guys they do have in Ring of Honor that they're kind of keeping exclusively to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, there is like a handful.
But it's like I think what it is Tony realizes that he can't exclusively keep the bigger names to one show. He needs to kind of bring them back and forth because they are bigger names. Like a Blake Christian, yeah, he can stay right here at Ring of Honor. But a Samoa Joe, every now and then we got to put him on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Because he's a bigger name. He transcends kind of like the wrestling of like he's not. Yeah, sure, he came from Ring of Honor, but he's not known. He's not an exclusive Ring of Honor guy for life type thing.
Yeah.
Like he can go to any other promotion and be a top guy if booked him right. So it is what it is. But yeah, it looks good. Jack's gonna set you back here. $100, October of 2023.
How fitting.
Mm-hmm. All right, from Mega Tank, we got MT01B Mono Carts normal deco version. So this is it's a Megatron. It's Megatron. You see it. Transformers. Third parties exist.
He should have looked in the movie.
He should look, bro. If he looked like this in the movies, I'd probably bust a nut in my pants. If he looked like it, man, why can't he look like this in the movie? Like honestly, why can't he look like this in the movie? I would accept it if all the Transformers looked like this in the movie compared to any incarnation. I'm even going all the way to Bumblebee from the one coming out and all the Bay trash out there. Why can't they look like this?
Why can't we have nice things?
Yeah, why can't we have nice things? Because how, like, bro, if you just saw this on the big screen, like this version of a Megatron, like, how geeked out would you truly be?
Very.
Like, I might end up crying like that bitch motherfucker did in that trailer one time, that nerd motherfucker, you know what I mean? I'd have been like his ass, like, it's real, and be crying and shit, because this shit look dope. This shit right here look dope. This shit look like it should be in a movie.
Maybe we'll get that though. Maybe it's not too late. It's not too late.
I know it's not too late, but they keep playing with that. I gotta try to keep with this formula, and it's like, no, man, clean this shit up. Smooth out these edges. Stop making Transformers look like jumbled pieces of mess on the big screen. You can make them look like this and smooth them out. Like I want a Transformer that when I look at his face, I can distinguish his mouth, his nose, his eyes. If he's wearing a helmet, does he have it? Like, y'all make these motherfuckers just look all kind of funky. Why can't it look like this?
Well, they look good and
look at this. Look at this decent alt mode, and it transforms. And he transforms.
It's good, right?
And this looks like a more menacing Megatron than I ever seen. That looks like something that if you were to say this is an interpretation of Megatron for live action, I'd be like, yo, sign me up. Take my money. Take my money. If you said to me today, Smith, here's the design we have for live action Megatron based off of, the cartoons and the lore, I'd be like, son, all you're missing is a Decepticon emblem, son. Let's put it on the streets. Put it on the streets. And then he showed me the alt mode too, and it's like, we can't turn him into a gun, because, all that good shit. And so we settled for this. And you know what? It's acceptable. Because Megatron's second incarnation was a tank. So most people are forgiven that Megatron can't be a gun. And this is a decent trade-off right here. So if you just showed me this and been like, yo, this is what's going to be in the next Transformers movie, I'd be like, yo, give me 2 tickets. Give me 2 tickets, son. I'm coming right back after I watch it for the first time. In fact, I ain't even going to come back. I'm just going to stay in the seat twice. Might get up to go use the bathroom. But yeah, this shit right here, this is tight.
We'll get it. I think we'll get it.
Little pricey, $129.
I have faith. Like I said, the Rise of the Beast designs all look really good. So
I mean, still, I don't think any of them are gonna look as this clean as this does for an interpretation of Megatron. But I'm willing to eat crow if I'm wrong.
I gotta have faith.
August
We need at least one good live action Transformers movie.
You'll get a good Transformers movie when we get a good Megatron.
Be in the 8.
Ooh.
Yeah, so NECA decided to bless us with some reissues. Getting the reissue of the Bat Gremlin.
Hell yeah.
No.
Especially if you missed out on it the first time around.
Hey, looks good, and we just got a reissue of the Spider Gremlin for Haulathon. So nice.
Did you pick this up when it came out the first time?
No, I wanted to, but again, it was just like one of those things I just never got around to getting it.
So did you pre-order then? Hey, what's your Toys R Us looking like lately? Out there.
Sad, very sad.
How so?
It's just a lot of shit. Like it's just whatever came out 5 years ago, that's what's there.
Mm.
Whatever you guys had at Walmart and Target like 4 or 5 years ago, that's what we have now at Toys R Us. Like if you want like Black Series figures, don't worry, we got all the Rogue One figures. Every Rogue One figure you could ask for.
Why would I want that? I'm looking for Jedi's and Sith. I want some Rogue One figures.
If you need figures from Rise of Skywalker, we got them on deck.
I hear the G.I. Joes over there is pretty stacked up too. Is that true?
No, it is not. Unless you want Cobra Island Roadblock, and we have shelves of Cobra Island Roadblock. Don't even threat.
What's the Legends looking like?
Fuck, it's actually like it's been a minute since I've been in there. Again, like I think right now it's still the Multiverse of Madness wave. See, that's what I'm saying. Listen. Let me tell you something. I don't want you guys to for any second. I don't want you to be jealous that they still got Toys R Us there. It sucks. It honestly sucks. Like I said, the only shit we have there is shit that's already been available. Like they don't ever get new stuff because they don't ever clearance things. Ian, I don't know. I'm not watching the chat right now. If Ian's in the chat right now, he'll back me up. He knows what I'm saying. They don't ever clearance shit out, so the shit just sits there, and nobody ever buys anything. Again, like Transformers, like they still have like Kingdom figures. We're barely just getting into like wave 1 of Legacy. You think we have like Legacy figures from this current wave? Like, you tripping. But if you need Kingdom and you need like Prime RC, you're golden. So it's just that. It's just shit that's old. It's just shit that's been out. And then we had like a pretty nice like NECA section for like a couple months, and then it just went away.
Okay. Yeah, the Target where I live, the NECA section is pretty decent. They try to keep up to date. Right now, nothing new has come in. I check almost on a weekly basis. At best, the newest thing I think they've gotten is a couple of the Universal Monster Turtles,
Yeah,
and
like
a couple of the TMNT comic version of the Krangs.
yeah. See, like I think when we did get that NECA drop, we had uh we had the Raph Frankenstein. Then again, like I said, we never got anything after that.
Yeah,
Like
they
we
got
got
the
the
Raph
Raph Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. They had the April Bride of Frankenstein. Gamora and Hudson have been sitting around. Um, a lot of Predators. Um, a lot of Gremlin stuff. A lot of Friday the 13th stuff. A lot of Turtle 2-packs that like nobody really wants. Like a lot of Wingnut. A lot of Rat Kings, a lot of the one with the kid and the thug in the turtle costume. It's just sitting there kind of peg
Oh,
warming. A lot of
Zach the Fifth Turtle.
which
Zach
one you
the
talking
Fifth
about
Turtle.
the kid?
Yeah, the kid and like Zach the Fifth Turtle and Smash.
Yeah, they got that one there, and a bunch of frogs.
I bought that 2 pack, and once I bought that 2 pack, I knew that's when I was done being a completist on this line.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy it. I like I said, as far as I'm concerned with the Ninja Turtles, like I'm pretty much done. There's not really too many other characters that they have that I really need or want. Like the only people that I would say I need to get just to kind of complete the set would be a Casey Jones and an April O'Neil. That's it.
Well, April O'Neil again, just hold out because we're getting that new April O'Neil on the new Buck.
And the closest April I have is her as a cat.
Yeah, like again, hold out on April. Just wait and get the new one where she's on the new taller Buck. Casey Jones, Casey Jones. I don't know. You could, I guess, get the Mirage one, and you
Yeah,
could
that's
finesse
what I
him.
was thinking. I was trying to hold out to see if they maybe might re-release Casey, or I get lucky and they like Target gets some more of them or something. But if not, I'll go with the Mirage version. But like I said, other than that, everybody else from the Turtles, like I'm not going in on them no more. I'm not doing like these supplementary characters that showed up in like one or two episodes, like especially in the latter seasons. Like I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't even have a Robo Rocksteady and Bebop, but I do. If I could find Rex, yeah, I'll pick that up. But other than that, like everything else, like I'm good now on the Turtles. I'm focused on Gargoyles now.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm like I said, the Turtles was a nice little collection, a nice little set to put together, and it looks good on the shelf. But I don't need no more characters.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. We'll come back. Uh, but the Gremlin here will set you back 50 September of 2023. Next from X-Ray Studios, we have Combatants Fight for Glory, Marcus of Centrium, 112 scale figure. So it's like a Roman gladiator, like a Spartan almost. But he's got the full gear though.
Yeah, it looks
It's
cool.
cool.
And spoiler alert, there's two more. But yeah, it looks nice. Like I said, around here we like to kind of highlight other brands, other franchises and independent, figures, because there's a lot of diamonds in the rough out there. Don't sleep on them just because they're not like, you know, high end IPs. Sometimes the indie stuff is pretty decent. Don't sleep on them. $65 first quarter. Oh, excuse me, 2024. And next we got, what's this dude's name? Ulas. The
Ooh-la.
significant, the signifier.
He will signify you with his
He's
giant hand.
got big hair. Like, talk to the hand, bitch.
Yeah.
Stop, ho. I like the little wolf shawl he comes with
Yeah.
that you can put on top of his helmet. That's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. He's a little bit cheaper. He's $60 first quarter of 2024. And then finally we got Roman Infantry. He must be the grunt of the other group. He's the one that goes and gets bodied first.
Oh, that's
Hey,
sad.
Roman, go over there. Go get bodied. Okay, boss.
Okay. Oakley dokley.
So it's like this guy's like the head honcho, and he's the guy who goes ahead and is like, yo, tell these bitches I'm coming. Tell them to stop what they doing. I'm coming. And then when they get there, he's like, all right, yo, you go out there and go get bodied. And he's like, okay, boss.
This is a sad story.
$60 first quarter of 2024. We going neck hard tonight over here, baby.
Yeah, so again, this seems to be the theme of the night, but getting another shot at Alien Queen. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. You getting another shot at Alien Queen. She's blue this time.
Yeah,
Whatever.
she's very blue. She's Leanne Rimes blue.
But
well, Jimmy, you being the xenomorph expert, what do you think of this?
I mean, over the last few years, I get messages all the time from people. They're either asking me if I want to sell my queen or if NECA's going to re-release. And my answer is always the same: as I don't know and no. So now here's your answer. You can here's your chance. Go and buy it
Yeah, second
because it's the same
chances.
figure. Yeah,
If
it has better
put
paint.
it like this, there's no excuse now that you if you're looking for a queen, there's no excuse to not have for this one here. Then
Yeah, so it has better paint than the original. I'm probably gonna get this. I have the original from my power loader display, like fighting the power loader, but I need one for my nest that I'm building. So I'll get this one.
is the first one blue? Because I thought they were black, but I don't know. This has a hue of blue to it.
The original had a hue of blue, but I think this one's supposed to be a little bit more vibrant, like the movie. So that's incentive enough for me to get it as well.
now, do you think this is just gonna be like a? Do you think this is just gonna be like a straight repaint? Or do you think they improved? Do you think they made some improvements?
It's almost exactly the same with a few improvements. Like it's not a complete repaint job.
I now because I'm thinking, friends, hear me out for a minute. Hear me out for a minute. I think I want to sell my Alien Queen and get this new one.
I mean, if you're looking to replace, listen, now's the opportunity then.
Because my Alien Queen, like she's missing a couple spikes in the back. Just from that figure getting like moved around so much.
Yeah.
So I think I would like to just start fresh, the brand new alien
This
queen.
is a pretty big queen. How big are they making these?
Oh,
They're
it's a
big,
big.
son. They're big. They're big.
Yeah. Yeah, like right now
Okay,
for my
okay.
nest, I have my McFarlane Queen as a stand-in because I had an interest in buying another queen, but the aftermarket prices were too much. Um, so I'm definitely getting this for sure.
Mm. Well, Queenie here is gonna set you back $140, September of 2023. From
Oh,
Bandai, we've got Godzilla, 1954. SH
this,
Matsu Arts Godzilla.
this is something I'm also considering. I don't know if I'm gonna go in on it. I wanted like a definitive 54 Godzilla, preferably in the black and white like this. So
Yeah.
I might end up being my first Monster Arts.
I don't even think this was a black and white. It's just a very neutral color on them.
It's like a silver screen color or something. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I might get this.
Gojira says he highly recommends.
Yeah. This guy. Well, technically, Geigen might be my first one, but I'll also get him. Looks good.
Yeah. Uh,
Wish he came with like a few accessories though, like a atomic breath and maybe like trying to put in his mouth or something. But this is cool.
Well, I mean, at this point, if you're kind of going in with Godzilla stuff, you probably already have some extra blast effects that you could probably pop in his mouth.
Yeah, I got a bunch from that guy. I guess I could borrow. I think it should scale. Godzilla. This is the movie where he looked cute. Oh, Gojira says monochrome. Okay.
It's nice. I like this. Not getting it, but
95, November 2023.
Oh man,
From Dark Horse.
you just picked all the stuff I want to get today. Shit. Uh, it's a statue. I do dabble with lower end statues like from Diamond and Dark Horse. I got a few. Uh, I might get this. I don't know if I necessarily need the one with the LED. This is the collector's edition, but
Yeah, it
I'm a
looks
sucker
good. I
for
mean, you know me when the foot placement ain't looking hot though.
yeah, but these aren't really made out of like a super fragile material, so at least that's been my experience with Dark Horse. So I doubt he'll even if you knock into this guy, like he's not gonna come off.
yeah, yeah, he's pretty solid.
And he's as big as two generic aluminum cans.
It's because the base is so like wide and thick that it'll like counterbalance it, right?
Yeah, like I have some Halo statues from them, the PVC stuff, and uh, they're really sturdy.
That's what's up.
I hope I hope they turn this into a line. Honestly, I would get a bunch of Airbender statues from Dark Horse. So each with their own like bending effect.
Well, this will set you back 110, November of 2023.
That's what my knees can't do anymore. Bend. Uh, here we go. From Storm Collectibles, from the Mortal Kombat line. Uh, and Shiva, Thirst Trap Shiva.
I mean, looks good. It's always
Yeah,
nice when they do
I'm
something
hyped.
that's not a ninja. So
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Like, Shiva's
oh, right on Jimmy's
Jim.
head, son. She gonna sit right on Jimmy's head.
Oh no.
Wada wada
That
body
ain't
yaddy
right.
yaddy yaddy yaddy. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body yaddy 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 yaddy.
And you're
Body
just
yaddy
giving me
yaddy
what
yaddy
I
yaddy
want.
yaddy yaddy. She's
Oh, shit, my windows are
she's
still open.
taking it. She's taking a Jimmy, man. She's squeezing out a
God, I
Jimmy.
gotta turn down the volume.
Body yaddy yaddy. Guys,
Like Jimmy's like her baby
it's coming out.
she gave birth to.
I birthed a Jimmy. Yada yada yada. But now I'm twerking on him. Check it. Booty, 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 booty,
I have to turn down my volume so low.
booty,
There's some
Think though,
booty,
but just think though,
booty.
she's got like four arms. Just think of she could multitask.
Then do what?
Like she could jerk you off and cook your dinner at the same time.
She could jerk you off and play with your butthole at the same time.
Oh dear God! At least Matt's was innocent. Damn it.
And cook your dinner.
Yeah,
That's it. I'm taking the show back. I'm running it now.
yeah. This is a nice figure, man.
Yeah,
I'm
there
excited.
you go. There
Like
you go.
you
Look
said,
at that. Look, she's kicking Matt's head off.
it would be worth it.
While she's spitting Jimmy out.
Oh dear God!
It would be worth it.
How old are you?
Fatality.
Babality.
Get in there. Get in there. Me snoo.
I was just thinking
on
of
to the next figure.
Snoo.
No, this figure is great.
Who let this 12-year-old run the show?
I absolutely, I did pre-order this. I'm getting this. I think she looks awesome. And again, like anytime we get a new character from this line that's not a ninja, it's like a thumbs up in my book.
I do say you gotta give Storm Collectibles a little bit of credit. They're at least like knocking out all the big boys and big girls like early. Because it's like you got Goro, you got Mutaru, you got Shao Kahn. Like they knock out all the big boys early, but then you get hit with a lot of ninjas. But it's like at least you get some of the big bosses. You know what I'm saying? So give them a little bit of credit.
Yeah, so like I think now we're getting Shiva. Like our Shao Kahns are complete. Like we got Goro, we got Kintaro, we're getting Shiva. I love it, man. Keep them coming, Storm. Keep them coming.
$1.10, third quarter, 2023. Also from Storm Collectibles, we got from Tekken 7, we got Paul Phoenix Special Edition. So this is basically him with a different color outfit.
Kind of looks like me in that upcoming boxing match. Jimmy Blade.
Now he's squatting on you. He's teabagging you, Jimmy.
That ain't right. That's a dude.
He's teabagging you. While he's blowing Matt's head off with his powerful blast. He's like, get away. I need an adult.
I need an adult.
Yeah, he looks good. Paul Phoenix is one of my mains from any Tekken game. But yeah, I can't get into this line.
It's Ken Masters with a flat top. 120 July of 2023. Also from Storm Collectibles.
Oof.
Also from Tekken 7, we've got Devil Jin Special Colored Edition. So you got your boy Jin with the devil wings and the horns. looking all evil, like your soul is mine. Also teabagging Jimmy.
Oh my god.
All right, real quick. Gojira says he's getting that alien queen, and he also says this show needs an adult. I think
It does have an
he's
adult.
right.
It's me.
I just love the. I think he's right.
I need you now. This guy is also a $1.20. June of 2023. From Hot Toys, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Rocket Raccoon, and Cosmos. We will be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy in a little bit. So, I don't know. Are we doing spoilers or are we just...
I think we're doing spoilers.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But, yeah, I mean, looks good. Decent Cosmos. Decent looking rocket. You know, it's nice. You love to see it. A boy and his dog. Ooh. Waka waka.
Waka waka.
I mean, if you're going in on the other Hot Toys Guardians figures from this movie, then I mean, this your shelf's gonna look real nice. Put it that way. You know, you get the Peter Quill.
You the Quill.
You get the Keysmos.
That's an awesome dog.
Yeah.
Awesome
He's a little Russian dog. A very CGI dog, but a cool dog.
CGI dog. Boy and his dog is gonna set you back $295 with a $29.50 deposit. December of 2024, allegedly. We got from Prime One Studios, we have Aliens Comics Premium Masterline Xenomorph Egg Open.
That's a nice egg.
Put that in your house. It's a nice centerpiece. The kids will love it.
I mean, I loved it as a kid. Even if it is horribly disgusting and inappropriate. But yeah, no, I'm not paying $500.
$525 with a $52.50 deposit. Fourth quarter of 2023.
I paid that much for
but
a
then,
life-size.
hey, if you want, you can get a closed egg. So then you don't have to worry that something's going to jump out and hug your face.
Well, what if I want something to hug my face?
Well, Paul Phoenix already teabagged you, so you should be good now.
Oh, that wrong. I like Letty's.
Well, $450 with a $45 deposit. Fourth quarter of 2023. From Amos Toys, we have Devil May Cry 5 V Luxury Edition.
Yeah, this is cool. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, I like V was one of my preferred characters to play as from Devil May Cry 5 because his specials are basically just like he controls a dog, or it's like a tiger or some shit, and a bird, and they could like do stuff. So I like this, man. If it was like 1/12 and it was a figure, I'd be all in. Like I'd be all in.
I mean, it's a figure. It's articulated.
Sorry, yeah, but it's 1/6 scale, right? I can't do the 1/6 scale. I know scales shouldn't matter, but it matters to me. Like I like all my stuff to be uniform, and I like all my stuff to just look like it fits together. That's
The,
why I have to. That's why I can't move away from that 112 scale, and I know it. I'm probably doing myself a disservice in some cases, but that's just how it be.
you get Griffon and Shadow.
Yeah, that's their names. Yo, Devil May Cry 5 is a dope game. I bet Gojira played Devil May Cry 5.
He says he wants Virgil. Mm.
Yeah, like, Gojira, I'd be with you on a Virgil, but I just need it to be like 112. And we'll talk about it later. But NECA, make a Virgil, man. You already made the Dante. Make a Virgil.
Looking like a young Chris Angel trying to mind freak people. Wearing his
If Chris Angel
wearing his Birkenstocks over here.
looks like Chris Angel, if Chris Angel was North American male.
Alright, well, this is gonna set you back $290 with a $29 deposit, third quarter of 2023. Overly priced purple rain. From PCS Collectibles, we got a Prince Deluxe 1/3 scale limited edition statue. It's the purple one. It's the legend himself, the late great Prince, in his iconic Purple Rain getup.
Looks good.
You can pop the collar open a little bit, and you can button it up. Look at that. You get the versatility. The versatility. Tony Deppen.
I like Tony Deppen, man. I met Deppen a couple times, and he was always really cool.
Well, you see the price. You see the down payment. Damn, I see Aussie Open got all their belts back, huh?
Yeah.
They got the strong titles back. They got the IWGPs back. But that's going to do it for Fig News, ladies and gentlemen. I think we should jump right into the topic since we've been kind of talking a lot about NECA during, you can get it started.
Just sort of the state of NECA, where they are now, and where we feel like they're maybe going in 5 years. Uh, you know, it seems lately, ever since they got the Turtles license, that's sort of all they've been about. Uh, even like we're seeing, like, even like, though it's awesome that Valak from the Nun is getting a figure. It's just it's a character they've already released. Like, it would be nice if they if they did like a different a different character, you know, like something like a horror property that they've never touched, like a Terrifier or like The Hills Have Eyes or something like that. It just seems like it's all about turtles, but I think, and this is just me, I think the turtle bubble is gonna burst. We've already been talking about it tonight, and we've talked about it other times. How much more can they get out of the turtles? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've even said it like with the cartoon line. We've said it time and time again. They're they're not even scraping the bottom of the barrel. They're scraping the ground underneath the barrel.
Yeah.
You know, and the the movie line, which the movie line is good too. How much can they really get out of that line, right? Like the only other stuff they could really do is like Turtles 3. Once they do Turtles 3, again, what else do they really have in this line? What else could they really do out of this line, you know?
Man, not really much, to be honest.
Like the comic line is like I know they're just starting with the comic line, but again I have to say like with the comic line too, how far can they really take it? I don't know. Just I guess I would like to see NECA kind of maybe have a return sorts to like the video game line. Like, oh, do y'all remember when they used to make like video game ultimates?
Yeah.
You know, like remember like they did the Nathan Drake, they did the Dante's Inferno figure. Like we got Kratos, we got a couple different Kratoses. You know, why aren't we getting any of that from NECA?
Who knows, man? Like I said earlier, like when it comes to like Ninja Turtles, I'm good. You know, I don't need any more. Like I said, I got the core. I've got a lot of like supplementary characters. I got some favorites that are personal favorites of mine. Like I said, I'm missing a couple, but they're not that important that I need them. Like they're not.
Yeah,
Like I can go without missing what's that duck's name? Ace Duck.
A stuck.
Yeah, I don't have an Ace Duck,
Yeah,
and I can go without him. Go without him. Like I said, the only person I really need right now is an April O'Neil and a fucking Casey Jones.
yeah,
Other than that, I'm good to go. The moment I got my Krang in the bodysuit, I was like, listen, anything else is just gravy. Anything else is just gravy. Oh, by the way, while we're just kind of having this discussion, you'll be blessed with the visuals of Extreme Locale Wrestling. This is the show known as Rage Quit. Took air last night. You know, I'll leave a link for y'all in the chat if y'all want to check out the channel. You know, some good content there. You should check it out. It's good quality.
yeah. Yeah, I have the Resident Evil 5 trunks. Or, yeah, I have the Resident Evil 5 figures trunks. I think they're great. Again, I like they never did anything other than that. Like, how great would it be to get like a ultimate like Leon or like a ultimate Ada Wong or like a ultimate like Jill Valentine? Even some of the stuff from like the newer games.
Like I
It
said,
it just seems like
I'm focused on
they
gargoyles
just
now, though. That's me. I'm focused on
but see
gargoyles.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Is like I like gargoyles too. Just like I petition for gargoyles. I petition for that line too. But even gargoyles, how much that line doesn't have that much longevity.
Hey, what's going on, Trunks? What's going on, Tron? Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
Gojira like Nemesis, like Tyrant. That's the thing is once they complete that core crew of gargoyles, what else can they make? Like they can make a couple of like they can make some villains, but if I'm being honest, I feel like once they start dipping too much into the villains, that's when that line is gonna get boring. Because a lot of the villains in that show are not very interesting. A lot of the villains are just kind of like humans, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is like even gargoyles. How much life does that line have in it? And I'm not saying
It
like oh
doesn't
like
it doesn't have that
gargoyles.
much, but if you just go by from season to seasons, there's enough juice that's worth the squeeze.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, I agree right there.
Because like I said, not only do you got the whole clan, the rogues alone is rich enough because you got to think, you got the pact, and then you got the pact again when they get modded. So that's two different versions of the pack right there.
Yeah, but that's the thing is I don't think those figures are gonna sell. Like maybe the
I
modded
think
ones.
I think they will for the simple fact that I prefer I would like a set of the pack with and without the mod. I'll take a pack with or without the mod.
I mean, there's people that are gonna buy them for sure, but I just think I don't know. I think NECA needs to sort of maybe go back a little bit. Maybe go back to before they had turtles and look at some of the lines they had and look at some of the stuff they were doing. Like Jimmy, how long did it take us to complete the Lost Tribe?
3 years.
It's too long, man. That's 2 years too many.
Yeah, it's like it's come to a point with NECA where I hope all of their licenses at this point just go to Hasbro. Because here's my logic. I would rather have a shit ton of pretty good, okay, new figures, new characters every year than have to wait 3 years for one new character that just happens to be really, really good. You know?
Yeah, exactly,
Uh,
exactly.
like I hope they give it all to Hasbro or somebody else. Because like, look at Hiya Toys. NECA's the type of company that they don't listen to the fans. Randy listens to himself, and so Hiya's, people ask Hiya, can you get RoboCop? Sure, we can do RoboCop. Here's fucking RoboCop 3 even that nobody asked for, but here it is. Okay. Can you get Godzilla? Sure. Yeah, we got Godzilla. Okay, how about AVP? We got it. And we'll give you every variation of each character. It's like NECA needs to listen uh, to the people
Yeah,
because that's who's giving you money.
exactly. And especially like you brought up Hiya Toys. Especially like Hiya Toys is just recently entering the 112th market.
Yeah.
That could really be a game changer. Cause listen, I'm gonna say it like this. If Hiya Toys if Hiya Toys puts out a 6, 7 inch scale Wolf Predator before NECA does, then that's the one I'm gonna get. And then if NECA releases one after, I just won't. I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, and like recently Randy got really angry with Hiya Toys and started voicing his opinion about them on Twitter, saying that they're stealing all of our ideas. No, they're just giving people what you're not, you know?
Yeah, they're stealing your ideas because you're not listening. People are asking you for these figures, and because because on a personal level you don't like it, you're you're denying fans from having it. Listen, if you tell me AVP Requiem is a shitty movie, yes, I'll agree with you. It's not a good movie, although it's not the worst Predator movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great movie, I still want the Wolf Predator. I like the first AVP. I know a lot of people don't. I fucking love that movie. I would say that's probably on my list of like 100 favorite movies. I would put it up there. I fucking love that movie. I want those AVP Predators in it as ultimates. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people want this shit, and people are asking for this shit. Who the fuck asked for a fucking elf? Who the fuck is asking for dinosaurs? If you are and that's your thing, then listen, like I'm not hating. I'm happy you're getting I'm happy NECA's giving what you want. If you always wanted NECA Elf and NECA dinosaurs, I'm glad NECA is giving you what you want because they're not giving me what I want.
Yeah.
It just sucks, man. Like
If you
we're
call them out on it too, they get angry.
like we're yeah, it's like we're missing core parts of our collection. Like the fact that we're not getting that Bruce the Shark is sickening to me. And I feel truly bad for the people that picked up the first couple of Jaws figures and now they can't get a shark to go with them.
Oh yeah, of course I know him.
Like,
He's me.
like do you not do you see how like idiotic that is?
Yep.
Like people want the fucking shark. It doesn't matter if you lost a license to make certain characters from Jaws. You don't need a license to make a fucking shark. Don't need a license to make a fucking shark.
No,
Sorry.
they didn't lose the license to Jaws. They lost the likeness rights to Chief Brody, and once they realized they had to cancel him and only put out Hopper and the other dude, they decided
Is it
no,
Quint?
there's no
Is it
point.
Quint they put out?
Yeah, they put out Quint. That's his name.
Burn Quint,
And they
yeah.
did two Hoppers and no Shark because there was no Brody. They said that, or they thought that. Well, then there's no point. Well, no, I want the Shark. You know, 99% of the people who collect Jaws want the Shark. Uh, Human characters are a bonus.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it if you like if you were to pose people, pull people and be like, "All right, can't we can't make a Brody. We lost the likeness rights. But do you still want the shark?" I think vast majority of people are gonna say, "Me the shark, me
Yeah.
the shark." Like, yeah, I'd like to have like we don't have all those the main team from the first Predator movie. Like we don't have all of that main Predator team. Doesn't mean we don't want fucking Predators.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
definitely
not
what you're
even
saying.
just it's not even just their Alien or Predator line that's failing. It's like horror is getting barely anything anymore. Uh, they're not acquiring any new licenses anymore because they don't care. They have turtles. Uh,
It's fucked that Terrifier is one of the most popular horror franchises right now. Like people are saying like Art the Clown is like the greatest horror character in the last decade. Just because Randy doesn't like Terrifier, you're not gonna capitalize on that. You don't look at that, say like, oh fuck, I sure do fucking hate this movie. Is maybe because it's too intense for me. It's like
it
you don't see that there's a market out there. Like that second one made like fucking bank. That second one made bank.
his logic is also flawed. Back when he was doing the Pennywise figures for the new movie, not Tim Curry, everybody was asking him, "Why aren't you doing Tim Curry?" And he said, "A, we prefer the new version, and B, it's not going to sell anything. It would be a waste of money." And then they ended up doing it, saying that it cost us a fortune, but everyone was begging us, "Here it is." And guess what? Those all sold out. They
Mhm.
they sold like so many. So just because you think something's not going to sell well because you don't like it doesn't mean people ain't going to buy it. People will.
Yeah.
So yeah, we know you don't like, we know you don't like the big buff predators from AVP. We know you don't like Terrifier, but everybody else does.
Yeah, like
So,
I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you Halloween Ends was garbage. I I don't like that. I did not like that twist at all. I'll be the first one to tell you that. But still, the fact that we didn't get any figures from Halloween Ends and we didn't get any figures from Halloween Kills. Like, look how pumped people were when they got the license for Halloween, and then we got figures from that from 2018, and then again, it's like it's another line that they just kind of gave up on.
yep.
Puppet Master, like we got 2 packs of puppets. Where's all the other fucking puppets?
Where's
Like you
our
don't
our clowns?
you don't see the value in fucking people army building an army of just evil puppets. Like you don't see where people would want to do that. Yeah, like killer clowns. Like what's going on with killer clowns? Like you're making the Toonie Terrors killer clowns. Plus fucking ultimates. Bro, Trick or Treat Studios is about to feed NECA their lunch.
Yeah.
Haya Toys is about to feed NECA their lunch. And this is my point with NECA in 5 years. Y'all, you need to wake the fuck up because you're not giving people the figures that they want, and other companies are taking money that could be yours. They're taking money that could rightfully be yours. Like I don't know, man. It's great, and I like the turtle line. I collect the turtle line, but too much of a good thing, man. Too much of a good thing, and like Smith has said it countless times. I've said it countless times. Cartoon line is done. You're done. You're done with the cartoon line. I said it as soon as this line really got going. Once you get to the point where only new characters you can make are like gangsters and businessmen and mob bosses, then that line is dead, and that's the
Yeah,
point where we're at.
they literally exacerbated all the mutants to the
Yeah,
point where you're
yeah,
putting in human characters that literally showed up for like 1 or 2 episodes.
yeah. Because you rode this line so hard. Yeah, you've done all the mutants. You've done all the season 1, 2, and 3 characters. Now you're really getting. Now you're at the point where you're about to hit the Red Sky seasons, and anybody that is a fan of that cartoon and everybody that watched that cartoon will tell you the Red Sky seasons were not good.
They were not good at all. Like at
Anybody,
that
any,
point of Turtles, I'd already checked out. When
yep,
I was a kid,
any
I checked out at that point.
any Turtles fan will tell you that is that is the point where Turtle Mania officially
And I got the
started to
complete and
die.
I got the complete set on DVD. I got the complete set of the series going all the way to Red Sky.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe one day we'll do like a Twitch watch along if I could pull that off. Let me see. We might go to Twitch or some other sites and watch some Ninja Turtles.
Like I
And
said, I'm just go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say a lot of people like I get comments on my channel sometimes, people saying that give them some slack because for many years all they did was like Predator and all they did was Alien, and I tell people no, they didn't. Does nobody remember Gears of War?
Yeah,
Does nobody remember they were doing like everything horror at the same time? Like they were handling so many different lines, not just yeah, like Predator was probably their bread and butter that brought them the most.
yeah, you good? I,
Okay. So,
yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I understand them wanting to take a break because they really wanted the Turtles license. But 4 years is a long time.
it's just I wouldn't mind the I don't mind the turtles, but it just feels like we're getting turtles at the expense of everything else. Like Jimmy, you just said it best. Like again, Gears of War is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. There's there's so much, like imagine if they made like Gears of War Ultimates. Like there's so much they could do with that line. I don't know if they even have it anymore.
Even if they don't have, they should get it back because I missed out on like almost all of them back then because I was too busy collecting other stuff.
Me too,
And
me too. I got two of them. I got Dom and I got Baird because
yeah,
I picked up the Marcus Phoenix and I picked up Cole from Storm Collectibles.
yeah, I picked up Marcus Phoenix from NECA and like a few Lotus or whatever. I think some of them were even Comic Con exclusive, but that's it. I didn't get anybody else, and I regret it now because you know nobody
Yeah,
else doing them.
yeah. Miss Cogsmith brings up a great point. Like, what about like Bioshock? Like, imagine like an ultimate like Big Daddy.
Oh man, I would buy every single Bioshock figure they make.
Fuck yeah! Listen, like NECA, come on, y'all need to wake the fuck up. The money, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I'm not trying to like offend anybody. I'm gonna just be real with you. Here's the thing, like, people might not always like what I have to say. I'm always gonna be real. The value is not in fucking dinosaurs. The value is not in TGIF sitcoms. I'm sorry. The money is not there. The money is not there that you think it is. I'm sorry. And yeah, like if you're one of the percent of people that you like those figures, I'm not hating. I'm glad you get what you want. But the real money is not there. The real money is being left on the table. And again, I'm gonna say it again. It's being taken by companies like Hyatt Toys and Trick or Treat Studios. Like they're saying, listen, NECA, like you don't want to make fucking killer clowns. We'll make killer clowns. Don't worry. You don't want to make Motel Hell. We'll make Motel Hell. Sit down. Don't you worry about it. I'm telling you, if Hyatt Toys gets the rights to where they could put out 1/12 AVP stuff, it's done. It's gonna be
Yeah,
done.
yeah, it's over.
Y'all need to wake the fuck up. And like I said, man, the money is not in fucking TGIF. I'm sorry, it's just not. Like nobody is really making video game figures right now, but NECA did it fucking better than anybody, man.
Remember
And
their
like
Assassin's
we like
Creed stuff?
how many times did we talk about it? Like fucking, can we get some Red Dead Redemption Ultimates? We get like a Ultimate Arthur Morgan? You know what? Even if they're not Ultimates.
So yeah, that I actually give them slack on because Rockstar doesn't give the rights to anybody. Like nobody's allowed to make figures from Red Dead. They will not give it to anybody. It's fucked up.
Alright, well, that's what it is then. But again, Smith said it. How many times has he said it? Defenders of the Earth is done. That's it. It's done. There's nothing else you can make from Defenders of the Earth. Fuck, even like the boys figures, like why are we getting the boys figures so sporadically?
Dude, we're never gonna complete that team.
Like,
They're
where's
trying to
the A
they,
train that
they're trying to spread out that money. That's what they're trying to do.
like, where's the A train that we saw like 3 years ago?
See, the thing is about trying to like milk that is if you put out an A train 2 years from right now, nobody's gonna buy it. Nobody's gonna care anymore. Like you gotta get it while it's still hot. The boys isn't gonna be here forever, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta stop taking your time.
Like the last The last figure we got based off the boys, we got it it was Black Noir, and we got it over a year ago. Like, we haven't seen anything out of that line in over a year.
Yeah.
You showed off that A Train. You showed off the prototype the same time you showed off Black Noir. Where's fucking A Train? The Smith, are you caught up on the boys?
All caught up.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know, like maybe this is potential spoilers, but this last season that just aired, A Train was a prominent part of that season. A Train was one of the main focal points of that season. Like, a lot of major episodes and a lot of major things that happened, he was involved with.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely true. And you get A Train with two
Yeah.
different outfits too.
Yeah. Yeah, Gojira, yeah, exactly. Yeah, another example. Like, Mafex is making the boys figures too, and I think it's gonna come to a point where people are just gonna be like, fuck it, and they're just gonna go with Mafex. It's taken too fucking long to put anything out. Like, we haven't even finished the 7 much yet, getting into any of the boys characters. Forget getting like a Billy Butcher, forget getting Mother's Milk, forget getting like any of those characters, because we can't even complete the 7.
Yeah, you ain't getting Kamiko, you getting Frenchie, nobody, you know?
Nothing. Then again, like, is it Stormwatch, right?
Stormfront.
Stormfront. Like, that's another character that she came and went in season 2. Like, if you try to release her now, who's gonna give a fuck?
Yeah, she's gone. So, yeah.
Fuck
NECA,
Stormfront.
y'all need to. Yeah, absolutely. Fuck Stormfront. But yeah, NECA, y'all need to wake the fuck up.
And you could tell they have no desire for the boys anymore because they're not even doing variants. I fully expected them to do another Homelander, even in like a bloody uniform or something.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, and that didn't happen. So that tells me it's pretty much gone.
That said, NECA needs to wake the fuck up.
You
You can't run a company just making things that you want.
Listen, they're comfortable now because Turtles is hot. But that well's gonna dry up, and then what? It's not like you can do. Their big thing now is doing 2.0s of all their original characters, but you can't do that with Turtles because they have perfect bodies. You can't upgrade them anymore, so you can't, bank off of that. Most of them are all ultimates, so you can't re-release them as ultimates. So once that well dries up, you better start looking for some more licenses because you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah. Like I said, man.
Like, the only thing they could do as far as Turtles is concerned is start doing other turtle properties outside of that mainline cartoon.
Yeah, like,
right.
that would be it. Is they would have to start kind of dipping into other stuff, which I would cherry pick, because that's one of the cool things about Turtles is, like, each animated series has its own, like, unique characters, you know? Like, if you look at the 2012 like series, like, they had like Neutralizer and Tiger Claw and like Spider Bites, like, characters, like, those characters did not appear anywhere else, you know?
Yeah.
So again, I would be on board with that. I would support that. But I don't think there's as much money there as there is in like the classic Turtles. So
I don't
you
think
know,
there.
like
I
you
don't think
can't.
there is either. But like that would be their only other option. Like I said, you can't. What are you gonna do with the mainline turtles that you haven't already done? You've done video game versions of them. You've done all the variants of turtles. Like you got the turtles in disguise. You've re-released the main four twice already. All the characters have been made. What else can be done other than we either got to do the 2012 version of the Turtles or some other version of the Turtles that, I mean, you're already doing the Valorant runs, the comic versions. So, like, yeah, you got no other choices. It's that or do something else. Because
Yeah.
you are literally, when it comes, especially with with the Turtles from the cartoons, you are literally at the bottom of the barrel right now. When you're releasing like really nothing characters, you're at the bottom of the barrel. Like you peaked at
Yep.
neutrinos. You peaked at
Yep.
neutrinos.
Yep. 100%. Like I said, you're not even scraping the bottom of the barrel. You're like under the barrel.
Yeah, because you're just sitting there now chucking out late season characters that it's like, why would I care about these people like that? They're not even they're not even mutants. And like, come on, the gimmick here is I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who fight other characters who were mutated from other things. I don't want to fuck with some kid with a paper bag over his head. I don't want some fucking mafiosos. So it's just like, nah, man. Like it's done. Like at this point, you're wasting plastic.
Yeah.
At this point, you are actually wasting plastic.
You know, they got the license to the thing, and it took them over 2 years to give us the creature, one version of the creature.
And look what they gave us. Not even the creature that we wanted.
Yeah, we didn't get a Norris creature or anything. We got the dog creature, and it's like $70.
They gave us a glorified accessory pack.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Cogsmith says the boy's popularity is waning hard now. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And that's what I mean. Like every year, that show is less and less popular. So if you're not releasing figures by like if we're not completing the seven by this point, then if every year that our seven is not completed, I think it's less likely that it's gonna be completed. Uh, and then Jira says we could do the Nickelodeon era of Turtles again. They could. I wouldn't be mad at it. It's just again, I just don't think it's not Nickelodeon stuff is not as nostalgic yet. So I don't think people are gonna be as hyped for it. The people that are buying and supporting the Turtles line the most are people that grew up with that cartoon, or people that grew up with the movies, or people that grew up reading the comics. Those are the people that are really kind of keeping that line going. You know what I mean? The Nickelodeon stuff I think would do well. I just don't think people are gonna be as nostalgic for it. That's why those Revoltech turtles did not do very well.
Don't forget, Figure Arts made some turtles too. I know I got those. So
Yeah. But like I said, I'm just Trunks. Yeah, the 2003 turtles again. I'd fuck with those. I'd fuck with those for sure. But I just think NECA, y'all gotta wake the fuck up a little bit, and y'all gotta realize that like you're leaving money on the table. If you don't do something about it now, other companies are gonna come in and they're gonna come in and get that money. Telling you, if Hyatt Toys starts putting out 1/12 AVP Predators before you, that's it. It's a wrap. You've completed the Lost Tribe now. We have Ultimates of the Lost Tribe. I'm happy about that, but we got the truck keeps moving. We gotta look to the next thing.
I don't know. Like I said, right now I'm focused on Gargoyles. I just hope they can commit to that as much commitment as they put in the Ninja Turtles line. Don't forget, they're still doing Last Ronin stuff too. Because supposedly there's supposed to be more figures coming from the Last Ronin.
Yeah.
So that's just more turtles that they're exacerbating. But like I said, I just hope that, like I said, that commitment runs true with the Gargoyles. That's all I need. Because like I said, as far as turtles are concerned, I'm done. It is now at that point. It's at my discretion whether I grab anything else from the turtle lines. But
exactly.
And like I said,
and like
unless their names is April O'Neil or Casey Jones, I really don't need them.
exactly, like at this point, I'm cherry picking. I'm definitely not a completist on that line anymore. Like I said, I'm cherry picking. Like I got Jaguar and Dreadmon. I was happy to get those to complete my Mutanimals, but now that team is complete, so I'm, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Like I said, it's that's one line of figures. Like I said, that's money I'm saving on because, like I said, I'm not putting any more money into it. I don't need it. And especially NECA wise as turtles, because like I said, I've got the movie turtles, I've got the Last Ronin, and I've got all the cartoon stuff. The only ones I don't have is like the video game shit, and I don't need those.
Yeah.
Because on top of having just the regular NECA turtles, I got them again in disguise, so that's 4 more turtles. Then on top of that, I do have the figure arts turtles as well. So like I said, I'm turtled out. I've moved on to Gargoyles now. That's my main focus. That and building up the Bat Army. But that's about it. And right now, Transformers is kind of on hold because anything I need is not available to me. And I'm still waiting for my Astro Train to get here.
Me too.
But it's like it's in purgatory.
Yep.
Shit, Mr. Beast going coast to coast on Dark Side Phil. Going coast to coast. Oh. You love to see it. But yeah, that's good. And like right now, there's a third party Blitzwing that's been making the rounds, which has been getting a lot of mixed reviews on it, but it's pretty decent in the masterpiece scale. Like I said, most people are still holding out for Fans Toys version of a Blitzwing. But I'm like, I don't know. I might go in on this one here. It's not terrible, and price wise, it's not breaking your bank. It's under $1.50, so that's almost a value at this juncture of collecting Transformers right now.
Yeah. What time it is?
So like I said, there's always money on the table, for collectors. Like as regards to NECA is concerned, like I said, Randy wants to do what Randy wants to do. I mean, at some point, he's going to figure out he's going to need money. Because, like I said, the turtles can only get you so far. Because like I said, once everybody has everything, there's not much more they're gonna want from it. Sure, you can keep trying to sit there and pad it out with extra characters that you think they might want, but it's like more than likely they won't. Especially because I don't recall anybody asking for any of these characters, especially the most recent ones that have come out. I don't think anybody was really clamoring for them like that. It was just a thing of
No.
like, hey, they're part of the library, and we can do something with it, you know?
Mhm.
So it's just like, come on now. Can we get some get something else? Like I said, you finished off Defenders. That was nice, you know, that was well appreciated. And then to add extra, you made a couple classic ones for those real retro type people. And okay, that's cool. That's cool. So now it's like, all right, now the real thing is like, okay, Gargoyles is now main focus as in one of the main line, and then you got all of your predators and your aliens, and and give those people what they want. You know what I'm saying? They've been sitting here waiting patiently.
Yeah.
They've been keeping the fire burning. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's still other outlets. Like I said, don't just because the turtles do well, don't let it be the end all be all. Like it's not. It's just that there is a lot of nostalgia with turtles, and because y'all were dropping these shits out at a rapid rate, like listen, people like that. It's like they're not out here waiting for shit. That's always a great thing. It's always a great thing. Like in the time it took for turtles to be established by NECA in the classic cartoon line, like they within the past 2 or 3 years, like just banged them out. They just banged them out.
Yeah.
And because they're all in 2-packs, it makes the search less, because now it's not like you got to sit there and go individual figure, individual figure, individual figure. It's like, I got to get this 2-pack, got to get this 2-pack, got to get this 2-pack, and the occasional single pack, but that's usually because that figure is more of a deluxe figure. You know, but everybody else, 2-pack, 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 2-pack. So that like cuts it all in half. Like I said, you knock out the turtles and you knock out the whole turtles in 2 purchases. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Like basically they released those initial 4-packs at the same time, and it's like you were almost done at that point, because those first 4 2-packs, you got all 4 turtles, you got Shredder, you got Krang, and you got 2 foot soldiers.
Yeah, so they gave you like the basis, and the next thing you know, okay, here's Rocksteady, here's Bebop, okay.
Yeah.
Here's April, here's Casey, okay. Here's Splinter, and then an extra character, but kind of an important character. Here's Baxter Stockman. So it's like, boom, great. So like now you got a nice little mix there that even if they was to stop making them, that right there would have been enough.
Yeah.
That right there would have been enough. Shredder, a Krang, 2 foot, Rocksteady, Bebop, and Stockman, plus the Turtles, April, Casey, and Splinter. If you'd have stopped right there, that most people would have been like, cool. But then y'all went the extra mile. You know, the metalheads, the the leatherheads, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went the entire gamut. And that's great too, because it's like, hey, that's nice. You know, there's people out there that like certain characters that came out of that. Not everybody likes everybody, but there might be something like, hey, like I said, I'm not a fan of every character that's come out of TMNT, but like a Usagi Yojimbo, when he came out, I was on it. Because that's one of my favorites.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? When, the metalhead, like, you know what I'm saying? That's another one. It's like, you know what? When I got the chance to get it, I was on it. And like I said, everything else was kind of like bonuses. You know? They were all bonuses. That shit was literally just extra gravy. The plate was already set. The meal was finished. Somebody just came along and asked if you wanted some more gravy on the potatoes, and I was like, you know what? These potatoes are so good and so plentiful. Yeah, I can use a little more gravy.
Absolutely. That's what it was.
But like I said, now I'm at a point. Like I've even said to the missus, don't don't buy me no more turtles. As like even if you see something like I'm gonna get you a gift like for your birthday or Christmas down the line, do not buy me no more turtles. Unless I personally bring it in the house myself, do not buy no more turtles.
Mhm. It's at the point where it's like, damn, like my plate is too messy now.
Yeah, it's not even that it's messy. It's full. It's full, and it's full of all the things that I did want, and like I said, a little extra. And it's like I said, there's nothing really else I need. Like I said, other than two people who have came and gone that I missed the opportunity. Now, well, like, can I get a second chance? Possible. But even if I don't get them, it's not the biggest loss. Because, like I said, I don't have a KC, but I do have an April. She just happens to be a cat. That's about it. Like, 'cause I got that Channel 4 one. Hell, I got two Verns. I never thought I was going to have two Verns, but I
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
So one Vern's sitting there on display as a rat right now. Because I know once I pull out the Channel 4 package, because I still haven't unpacked it, that I got another Vern. And I got an April, but she's just a cat. And if I got to settle with April just being a cat, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with April and there being a cat. It's not like she's not going to fit in the motif.
yeah. Like she'll fit in better.
Yeah.
She'll be like better.
So like that's why I'm not really stressing it like, oh man, maybe I should hit the aftermarket. I'm not stressing it. If she comes out again, she comes out again, and if I'm lucky enough to kind of scoop her up, then that's what's gonna be. But like I said, as far as TMNT, the cartoon wave is concerned, I am done. As far as the last Ronin is concerned, I'm done. I'm not picking up those next other Ronins that he planning on putting out. I picked up
Me
him
neither.
once, with and without his armor on. That is it. I am not picking up any other character from the last Ronin comic. I'm not picking
Me
up the
neither.
brothers. I'm not picking
Me
them
neither.
up. No. Just the same way I passed on the Universal Monster Turtles. And like I said, that's it. I picked up the movie ones, and the movie ones, I got everybody I need. The Turtles, Splinter, Shredder, and some foot soldiers. The only two I didn't grab were Toka and Razor because I didn't care for them. But I will be supplementing Toka and Razor for some other figures from a third-party company that look a hell of a lot better. I'm gonna pick up that motherfucking crocodile dude that looks
Yeah,
like leather.
Crocker.
That looks like Leatherhead, and he's gonna rock with the movie Turtles. Plus, I got the Monkey King over here. He gonna hang out with the movie Turtles because he looks. I already put him next to Leo. They look good together, so they're gonna be hanging out with the son Monkey King. They're gonna be chilling with their man Wukong. So, like I said, NECA, what I need for you to do is stay 100. I need you at 100%. No, 1,000%. I need you on that gargoyle tip. Like, don't even give the same energy you gave Turtles to the gargoyles. Like I said, you need to start blessing the alien predator community because they've been holding you. They've been keeping the pockets full from day one, way before the Turtles even showed up on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So don't lax on them now because cause Turtles is good money. I mean, they did drop that Predator. They got that one coming from Prey, but I mean, I know there's people out there that want other types of Predators. Yeah, I mean, I just talked about it a minute ago. So
Yeah, and like I'm not suggesting that they should give up on turtles. I'm not suggesting that to any degree. All I'm saying is that you could rest the turtles for a hot minute. That's all I'm saying is you could just let the turtles rest for a hot minute and maybe go back to some of your old brands. Like again, the video game stuff. Like nobody is making video game figures right now. That could be a huge market that NECA could kind of tap into again. Again, like Jimmy brought up earlier with the Gears of War figures, you know.
I would buy all of them.
Me too. Like Storm Collectibles, I know are they going hard on the video game figures, but they seem to be only interested in doing like fighting games. Like imagine if NECA picked up the license for like Resident Evil. Like somebody
Oh
in
man,
the chat mentioned that earlier. Like
oh, I would get those for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Get what?
Like if NECA got like Resident Evil, like the license for Resident
Oh,
Evil.
that'd be dope. That would be dope. I think NECA would actually do a really good job if they had Resident Evil under their umbrella. Another
Yep.
one I
For
would like to
sure they
see
would.
is something that I've been asking for, and since they already gave me my gargoyles, I'm still campaigning. I want my Bionic 6. Now again, I'm a preface this. Bionic 6 is under the same kind of thing as Defenders of the Earth. Once you do the line, that is it. There's no more to do. So like once you make the full Bionic 6, the Cyborg Monkey, and then all the villains, there's no one else to make. There's no one else to make. So this is one of those kind of singular type series where it's one and done.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else to do after that. Once you make the Bionic 6 and their villains, which they didn't have that many, they had about 6 villains. That's it. There's no more to make. You move on to the next IP. But it's an easy one and done if done right. And I think NECA could possibly do it. I mean, there's a lot of people that could do Bionic 6. Just don't disrespect it, man. They gotta have some die cast in them though.
Yeah.
But I would like to see NECA take a stab at it. I wouldn't even mind. I don't know. I don't think figure
Remember
arts.
when they had the license to Halo for a brief time?
Yeah.
Like they even tapped into that. I don't know why they stopped looking into new licenses. I don't know. It sucks. Because the thing with NECA is they make the best quality figures. Uh, the
Right.
price
Is
that they are that nobody else is
they
doing.
make premium high end figures at a retail cost.
Yep.
That's why I would love to see a company like NECA get the Resident Evil license, because the problem with Storm Collectibles, if Storm Collectibles gets the Resident Evil license, those shits are gonna be like over $100.
Oh yeah.
At least with NECA, they'll keep them at that modest like $35, $40 price point.
Well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see when it comes to NECA, right?
Yeah. But should we like move on and talk about Guardians?
Yeah, we can move on and talk about Guardians now.
All right, real quick, everybody. We're gonna spoil it. We're gonna spoil it. Movie's been out a week. I feel I feel that's long enough.
Yeah.
Should we do should we do the fight first, or should we do the fight first so people that don't want spoilers they can leave and they won't miss anything? I think we should do it that way. What do y'all think?
I mean, we can go into Guardians talk.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
All right, sure. All right, who wants to lead off with the Guardians?
Uh, okay, I can start. So yeah, again, real quick, everybody. You've been warned of spoilers. I like this movie, man. I like this movie. I think this was definitely best MCU entry since Endgame, and I really feel like that's the shot in the arm that the MCU kind of needed. I'll say it like this: if y'all want to avoid Guardian spoilers, come back in I don't know, what's 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yep.
Sure.
Come back and come, yeah. Go get yourself like a nice beverage. Maybe make a little snack. Come back in 15 minutes from now, and we'll be good for the fight. So it's 12:07 for me. Come back at like 12:25, I guess. Just apply that to whatever time it is for you. If it's 8:15, come back at 8:25. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. I feel like this movie was dark, man. This movie was dark. I'm seeing a lot of people are online are saying that Marvel and Disney should put trigger warnings in front of the movie, which I don't know if I would go quite that far.
I wouldn't go that
But
far either. It was definitely dark. Like I didn't like care much for the like kind of I won't say animal abuse, but definitely was like I didn't care for that much. But I get it. It was meant to tell the story. Other than that, like I
yeah,
think I wouldn't say this is the best after Endgame, but it's definitely the yeah, I would probably say it might be the best after Endgame because the other movies.
see, for me, it would be a toss up between this and No Way Home.
Yeah, because like I said, No Way Home is still good though.
But I don't know, like again with No Way Home, yeah, like that one was really good. So yeah, for me, it's a toss up between those two. I would have to watch Guardians a couple more times, but yeah, like this movie had all it had all the heart that the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are known for. It had its share of humor, like it had its share of heartfelt moments. But yeah, there was some mature themes. I could see if you're an avid animal lover, I could see you really having a hard time with this one. I could respect why, like real like animal lovers, I could respect why they're having a tough time with this one. Although there's nothing over the top, I guess we're spoiling it. It doesn't matter, but like you see you see animals get killed. Like again, it's not over the top violent, but it is apparent. Like you definitely you hear gunshots, and then the walrus is dead, and then you hear gunshots, and then the rabbit is dead, and then the otter is dead. Again, it's not like a gratuitous, but it is something to be like aware of.
Yeah, definitely. But I think the real kind of spoiler is a lot of people was like, oh, who of the Guardians is gonna die out of this, and it's like spoiler, none of them.
Which I got that completely wrong, because I was almost positive they're gonna kill someone off, and actually you were kind of adamant that they weren't gonna kill anyone off. So yeah, I actually you called it 100%.
No, they just all went
Uh,
their separate ways.
I
Rocket.
think I
I'm
I
I'm
think
I'm
I
jumping a
like
little
that.
ahead, but I'm jumping a little bit ahead. But
That's
like,
fine.
yeah,
That's fine.
end of the movie basically tells us that we're gonna get Star-Lord back in something. So clearly he's doing something.
Yeah.
Plus, he is back on Earth. So
Yeah. So basically the conclusion is that they basically all go their separate ways, which is fitting because I think a lot of these actors have kind of said that they're finished with Marvel after this. Like Zoe Saldana said she's not gonna come back. Batista's not coming
but see,
back.
here's the thing. I don't mind that, but I like the fact that here's the thing. The fact that nobody died leaves that character still in the MCU to be used again if needed for future content. Instead of, like I said, stop killing people. Not everybody needs to die. Because you might want to use them again later. You know, that's the beauty of comic books. Heroes come, heroes go, and they go off and do other things. But every now and then, you might need some extra muscle. Good thing we know that guy who used to hang out here who left for a while. But if I make a call, he'll show up and help. Those are the type of... That's what makes a good hero movie. That's what makes a good comic book is that the possibility of team-ups. But you can't do that if everybody's dead.
Yeah.
And like again, it's great that
Like
you're
when
saying that.
we can't even get a decent Cabal because half of the Cabal within the MCU is already dead.
And like it's great that you're saying that because uh they specifically made the choice not to kill the villain in this movie.
Yep.
Which again, we're jumping around all over the place. They specifically, at the end, like Rocket is about to kill High Evolutionary. Which, by the way, when they peeled his face off and it was just all like bloody and gross, fucking love that.
Hey, I feel like the best character, like acting wise, was I don't know his name, but I know he was in Peacemaker. But the dude who played the High Evolutionary, like best part of the whole movie, his acting, top fucking notch.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've seen that. I've seen that gentleman's name, and I would not even attempt to try to pronounce it.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but but like I said, I've seen him before. Cause like I said, the last thing I saw
he was in
was
Peacemaker,
a Peacemaker. But I don't know what his name is, and I can look it up. And if it's hard to pronounce, I probably won't pronounce it either. But I'll look it up, just because I'm that kind of guy.
Look it up, and just because I'm not trying to sound insensitive or anything.
No,
but
you're not. He has a pretty complicated name.
Yeah. Like I would have to hear, like it's the kind of name that you would have to hear somebody say it correctly. But
What do you? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad they didn't kill High Evolutionary because that could be a potential villain for Fantastic Four down the road.
What do you guys think of the decision?
I'm seeing his name, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go somewhere where someone else says his name, and then let's see how they pronounce it. Cause I'm no. Let's not. Let's be adults here, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's pop. Let me see what this has to say. Give me a second. Let me see it. Okay, let me see here. Oh, you punk motherfucker. You know what? You suck a whole lot of dick. Let me try this one. Maybe this will bear more fruit. Because that last one gave me nothing. Okay, I see. I got it from the dude's own mouth. His name, he pronounces it. Kukuji Woody is his name. Could you hold on? What'd you say, nigga? Hold on. Wait up. Hold on. What does motherfucker say? Hold on. Kachudi, nigga.
I don't think even he knows how to pronounce his name.
Kakudi. Like I'm trying to say it, and it's like it's not coming out properly.
Hold on, I'm a
Kikuchi
grammar expert.
Woody. Kikuchi Woody. Hold on.
I'm my grammar guy. Let me check.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up for you real quick. Let me stop this real quick.
Okay, Chuck Woody or Woogie?
Kikuchi Woochi. Kikuti.
No. Chuck Woody or Woogie?
Cuck Woody.
No, not what? No, Chuck.
Chakuchi Woody.
No, Chuck Woody. Chuck Woody.
Chuck Woody.
Chuck Woody and
Chuck-
Woogie.
Cuck Woody. What?
No.
Chuck Woody. Chuck
Listen
Woody.
to my words. Chuck Woody.
Chuck Woody.
Iwoogie.
Iwoogie.
Chuck Woody Iwoogie.
Right,
Nah, but you gotta hear how he says it. It'll fuck you up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull a link up for this. I'm dead ass, man. I'm dead ass. Like I'm trying to pronounce it based off it. It's coming out of his own mouth. These are his words. And it keeps fucking me up. He's cootie woody. Watch, I'm gonna show you. They're gonna bullshitting. They're gonna bullshitting. In fact, I'm where's it at? I'm gonna put it so everybody can hear Chakuchi Woochie. Get this Chakuchi Woochie in you, son. Hold on. Alright, let me share it here. Let me go here. Cause we not playing games, ladies and gentlemen. This motherfucker said Chakuchi Woochie. Watch how he say his name. Hold on, let me share it with y'all so y'all can hear it. So y'all know I'm not out here bullshitting you. Cause I ain't that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm gonna show you. He gonna say Chakuchi Woochie. Alright, you see it in the Discord?
Yeah.
You see it? Alright, and I'm pretty sure once I play the chat's going.
Hi, I'm Chikuti Wuji.
You heard that, right?
Wait, well,
I'll play it back. I'll play it back.
Hi, I'm Chikuti Wuji, and I'm here with.
Chakuti Iwoogie.
Hi, I'm Chikuti Wuji, and I'm here with
Chakuchi Woochie.
No,
Woody.
Chakuti Iwoogie.
Chakuti Woogie.
brave new.
You're confusing me.
We'll bring it back.
I'm here with a brave new Shakespeare. Hi, I'm Chikuti Wuji, and I'm here with a brave new
Chakuti
Shakespeare challenge
Woody.
from the public theatre.
Chakuti
It's a
Chakuti
chance to
Iwoogie.
find some
Chakuti
connection through the
No,
love, joy,
Chakuti
hope.
Iwoogie.
No, but he don't say Iwoogie though.
You don't say Iwoogie?
Yeah.
He doesn't say it.
Chakuti Woogie.
Yeah, he says Chakuti Woogie.
Let's listen to it again.
Brave new Shakespeare challenge. Hi, I'm Chikuti Wuji, and I'm here with a brave new Shakespeare challenge from the
Chakuti
public.
Iwoogie.
Well, no, he does say the Iwoogie. He goes Iwoogie, but it's very silent when he says it. Like, listen again. I did hear it.
Hi, I'm Chikuti Wuji, and I'm here with a brave new Shakespeare.
Yeah, Chakuti. Hold on, we can even do it like this, because.
All right, so Chuck was great in this movie.
Chakuti Iwoogie. Say his name right. Put some respect on his name, son.
I can't say it. I can't say his name.
Put some
right.
respect on Chakuti Iwoogie, son. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, Chakuti Iwoogie. Come on, man.
I'm gonna call him Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Don't do that to Chakuti Iwoogie.
Who played High Evolutionary? Chuck.
Chakuti Iwoogie, son. Chakuti Iwoogie. I'm just gonna keep saying it now. Chakuti Iwoogie.
What did you guys think of? Because they went a different route with Star-Lord and Gamora. Everybody thought they were gonna end up together again. That's not exactly the way it panned out.
I mean, it was fine. It was kind of
I
like
liked it.
trying to like show her like who they truly are and what made them, and it's fine. Like I said, the movie, me personally, like, it was good. I would definitely say it's definitely better than the second one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot better. Yeah, I kind of liked it because that's the thing. That's the thing where Star-Lord, I guess he hasn't really experienced multiverse yet, and it's just kind of like he's not understanding, and she's telling him I'm not her, I'm not that girl, I'm from a different universe where I never knew you. Like, we never met in my universe. I have no feelings for you because I'm not her. And like, that's the that's the thing where Star Lord learns to overcome in the end. Like, his struggle is like he's trying to get her to remember. He's trying to get her to be the Gamora that he knows and loves. But then, in the end of the movie, he's like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're not her. You're you." And then he kind of comes to that conclusion. But I enjoyed the ending. I enjoyed they all went their separate ways in the end. Uh, if
I like the
I
fact
did
that
have
Star
one,
Lord came to the realization that he fucked that shit up with Thanos.
Yeah.
yeah, like that's the thing too. Where I'm glad that he took ownership and like yeah, like if it wasn't for me, like Iron Man would still be alive. Black Widow would still be alive. I'm glad that he kind of owned up to it. I thought Adam Warlock was enjoyable.
Yeah, I was about to
Not the
ask, what did
traditional.
y'all think about Adam Warlock?
I liked him. Maybe I'm biased because I really like that actor. I kind of liked his character. I thought he added some humor to the movie, and I like that he comes around at the end. Like where like the whole movie you're thinking someone's gonna die, and then you see Star Lord is out floating in space, and then you think like, oh fuck, Star Lord's the one that's gonna die. But then no, like Adam Warlock comes up from behind and saves them. I enjoyed him. I liked him in that movie.
I liked him too
What did
because
you?
I think that actor, the guy who played him, was a good actor. But I think it's kind of a little bit of a disservice to the character of Adam Warlock. But I get it. They kind of explained it where it was like they're they are byproducts of the high evolutionary, so they serve him. And he was like, I thought, Adam is supposed to be the perfect man, but he was like, he's not ready yet. He's still a child. Like
Yeah,
you took him out prematurely. So I guess like that
yeah,
makes up for him being kind of a goofball and not kind of like the Adam Warlock we would kind of expect him to be.
exactly. Like that line of dialogue was perfect because that tells you that this is not the traditional Adam Warlock, but that perhaps he'll grow into that Adam
Hmm.
Warlock. Because yes, she tells him point blank, like he wasn't full. Where high evolutionaries like he's supposed to be the warlock. He's supposed to be like the perfect man, and she's like, you took his ass out too early. He wasn't ready. Uh,
But then I
yeah,
guess
I thought that was
but I think also that's poignant because it's like it's pointing out that he's young, and then that the
yeah,
lady from the second Guardians like is like his kind of his mother, and then
yeah.
fuck around and then again spoilers, the high evolutionary basically kills her. So now Adam Warlock is kind of at that path of like, okay, he has no reason to be loyal to him anymore. And then that
Yeah,
the fact that the Guardians kind of save his life towards the end is like, everybody gets a second chance.
yeah. Uh, Groot spoke,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Which I I choose to think of it. I want to offer you guys a different perspective on it on Groot speaking. I choose to think of it like we've spent so much time with these characters. You know how basically like all the members of the Guardians they can understand Groot when he's just saying I am Groot, like they can understand him because they've spent so much time with him. But then Gamora can't understand him at all because she's just meeting him, right?
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
she kept kind of pointing it out. She's like, "That's all you keep saying. It doesn't mean anything." And then at the end, he said something, and she understood what he was saying.
I think that at the end when he says I love you guys, I think that we're hearing him say that because we've spent so much time with him. We've spent so much time with these characters. We've been through so many adventures with these characters that now we're in that position where we can finally understand him because we've spent so much time with him.
You know what? I never thought of it that way.
So in that scene, I think he's still saying "I am Groot," but we're understanding what he's saying because just like the members of the team, we spent so much time with him that we finally can now understand him. That's my take on it.
You know what? I didn't think of it like that. That's pretty deep, bro.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
never even thought of
that's
it
my
like
thought,
that.
is that is that like I said, because we've been with these characters for 10 years. We've been with these characters for almost 10 years. We've had 7 movies with these characters.
While we were on the subject of Groot, there was a point in the movie that's something I kind of wanted to talk about because I'm a little perplexed on how Groot how his physiology actually works here. So in Guardians 1, Groot gets blown up into a bunch of pieces and he's a little shard of wood and then he grows and he's like a little baby Groot, right? In this movie, he gets into a fight with Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock pretty much like rips his head off, and then his head is just walking with a bunch of vines, but somehow he just kind of grows back instantaneously to that full size.
I wonder if it's a thing where like because his body was not destroyed, he was able to like reattach himself.
Yeah,
That's what I'm wondering.
Because Adam Warlock didn't necessarily disintegrate him like what happened in the first movie.
Yeah, he just kind of took his head off though.
Yeah, so he put it back pretty much, which is still kind of a plot hole. I agree, but
because I don't think like he seemed to, like I can accept the fact if he said his body grew back based off the head was still alive, but I didn't think it would grow back at such a rapid rate back to full size. Not like that, at least.
I think I wonder if it's just a case of where the head was just able to reattach to the body.
Wait, did he rip the head off the body? Because I thought he destroyed the body.
No, I think he just I could be wrong. I think he just kind of ripped his head off.
Oh, okay. Because I must have missed that part.
Also, real quick, shout out to whoever kind of taped that because that was a pretty clean stream if I do say so myself.
Oh,
I
hell
was
yeah.
gonna mention that too.
Hell
That was
yeah.
pretty clean.
That was really fucking good.
No problem. No problem whatsoever.
Cyclonus guy is getting into a new business.
That was the smoothest boat ride I ever been on.
Yeah. But yeah, so we talked. Yeah, Star-Lord goes back to Earth. I kind of like the second post-credit scene where, or I guess it's the first one, where we get a new team of like Guardians, where it's like Rocket is the leader now, and you have Groot and Kraglin is there, and I think Cosmo's there.
And,
and then Adam Warlock's
there.
And
one of those was one of the children they rescued.
So I don't think they ever named her, but supposedly that's Lyra Vell, who in the comics, Lyra Vell is the second Quasar.
Okay.
So that was cool. Like again, it leaves the door open where, okay, like even though yes, some of these characters are they're done now, but still there, so it leaves the door open to where they could come back, but it also leaves the door open where there's still a new Guardians of the Galaxy team out there. There's still a Guardians team out there, so
Also, if they have like a big event, the Guardians could show up to help, lend a helping hand, so they still are out there existing.
Like I'm thinking Guardians are gonna be in Kang Dynasty for sure. So
I'm kind of curious what they're gonna do with Star-Lord, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Me too. If I did have one complaint, um, some people might not mind this. I didn't like it. Uh, I really don't think we needed the F bomb. I don't think we needed the F bomb. It's not egregious. It's not enough to ruin the movie, but it is something where it's kind of like where I talked about it in Thor: Love and Thunder, where they're ripping, they're taking Thor's clothes off, and then they're commenting on it. I I didn't like it there. It's just kind of like I'm thinking about it from the perspective as a parent, and kind of, I think of the Marvel movies like they're family movies. I don't think we really need F bombs at this stage in the MCU. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's not egregious, like it's not enough to like put a damper on the movie for me, but it just felt out of place. It's like the sex scene in Eternals. It just kind of felt very out of place
Yeah, I feel
for
you on
like
that.
what the MCU for what the MCU has established. But yeah, overall, this was a good movie. It had all the heart and all the fun that you're used to with the Guardians movie, but it also raised the stakes. And like I said, I feel like this is what the MCU needed. I don't feel like I'm gonna be having these same sentiments when we talk about the Marvels next. But I enjoyed this movie quite a bit.
Hmm.
We even get a little bit of Yondu. Like even like Yondu is there where like like even Kraglin and Cosmo, they have this little chemistry where Kraglin can't get the arrow to work, and then eventually like you see Yondu, and Yondu tells him like stop trying to do it with your head. It's all about your heart. And then like earlier in the movie where like Kraglin calls Cosmo a bad dog, like she can't get over it the whole movie. And then at the end where they're fighting and the alien or whatever is about to come at Kraglin, and she just kind of crushes him with the rocks. And then he says like you're a good dog. Like even that was like I like that. I like that scene.
See, that's the only one real critique if I can make about the movie. Well, two. I don't think the soundtrack hit as hard as like maybe the first one or the second one really did.
No, it did not.
And two,
Did not.
I enjoyed the movie, but I didn't enjoy that the movie tried a little too hard to toe the line between like a serious movie and a comedy. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
takes a little bit away from some serious moments, because then right like when you like get to the crescendo of it, someone has to come and do a funny. And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think it's necessary that every scene has to have some kind of like lighthearted moment where it's like, nah, if this is a heavy moment, let it be a heavy moment. There's no need to now try to cut that tension with comedy. It's like, no, this is meant to kind of make you feel like don't lose that feeling. And then, but it's like, no, it's like, between Jim Gunn and Taika Waititi, it's like they want to do serious, but but they're afraid to step away from comedy. And it's like, so they try to mash the two, and it's like, it works sometimes, but not all the time. Especially when you're doing it like almost every other scene is like that. It loses its punch where it's like, am I supposed to like feel for this, or am I supposed to laugh at this?
Yeah, kind of like when towards the beginning when they're in their spacesuits and he's talking to Gamora trying to get her to, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like at the end, it's like, oh, we can all hear you, and then they all break
Yeah,
out into like funny, but it's like, was it? What I thought that was meant to be serious.
yeah, I thought it was disappointing because that was actually a good scene. I thought the comedy ruined it. That sucks.
Yeah, it's
So
like
like
it's
that's
like
the
you
that's
get
the like that's the only real critique I can say about the movie. Like visually, it looks fine. You know, like I said, the dude who played Wookie.
Chuck.
What you think it was gonna stay in my head forever?
It's Chuck.
Chuck did well. Even Warlock did well, but like I said, I think James tried to keep it in that medium of serious but also funny, kind of like he was doing like with the Suicide Squad and stuff, and in Peacemaker. And it's like not everything needs that. I know that's kind of your bread and butter, but like some of these moments really needed to kind of stick as like these are important moments. Like the best parts is the stuff like the rocket flashbacks because there's no break of the serious moment there.
yeah.
Like you understand what this meant to Rocket. You understand now where he comes from, and you know, and then at the end where he comes to the realization of like why people call him a raccoon because that's what he is.
Yeah, that was a nice scene too in the end where he finally acknowledges that and like he's a raccoon.
Yeah, because he didn't know what it was. He didn't know what he was. He was an animal.
Yeah.
But like when other people from Earth seen him, all they could sit there and call him a raccoon or fuck it up and call him a squirrel or a rabbit or whatever the fuck. But he really
One
took
of,
it. But he took it more personal with a raccoon because he didn't think he was a raccoon because he didn't know what a raccoon was.
Yeah.
one of the cutest parts of the movie is when he first meets his furry friends, and I think it was the walrus, Teefs, who said, "What is it, friend? It looks like you have a mask on your face."
Yeah.
I thought that was adorable.
Yeah, that
But
was.
Got a
but it
little
was like that, like all that part of it was like that was nice and all that. Like I said, that was the best parts of the movie was the rocket parts because it wasn't a break in the gravity. Like you understood it was important. You understand the feeling, the emotion of it all. If somebody would then start telling jokes, like it would just it would cut any real tension that scene was supposed to have. You
Nathan
know, and
Fillion made it in.
oh yeah, that. Listen, I like that. See stuff like that. That's where the comedy was funny when it was at the
Yeah.
part where it's like, oh, stupid person. Like I know that. I know what that's
Yeah.
like. Like, so like yeah, stuff like that. That's when the comedy worked because it was a moment where it's meant to be tongue in cheek. But like I said, for the rest of the movie, it's kind of mixed bag of like I said, one moment it seems like it's about to get serious, but then we get jokes. So like I said, that's the really one biggest flaw I could give Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the biggest critique I could give it is like I think that he did too much of the serious and comedy mixed together in scenes that I don't think were really that necessary. He could have just left it alone, added the comedy where it was necessary and let the serious scenes, be serious.
Yeah, I think that's a absolutely that's a fair
Plus,
critique.
here's where that like the Gamora scene. I feel this is where, to me at least, where the joke falls flat. That part with the colors, they should have established that before and had Star-Lord get confused then and fuck it up. And then you could do that whole speech and then cut into him. It would have been funnier because now we kind of have a precursor of the buttons.
Yeah.
But because they didn't
Yeah.
really initiate the buttons until after the fact, sure, is the joke funny? It is. But like again, it broke into what was, at least in my mind at that time, a serious moment. But like I said, if you'd already established the buttons in the beginning, then went to the serious moment that then got interrupted by the comedy, it would have made it more funnier because it's like, stupid Star-Lord didn't understand the buttons. Because remember, they focused on him pressing the button, which was meant for me, the viewer, to indicate something, but I don't know what it means because I didn't know what the buttons meant. because no one told us until after the joke.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because, like I said, I'm all about comedic timing, and like I said, if you'd established the buttons before that and then watch Star-Lord fuck up the button, that's what it would have made it more funnier. Because then you would know that he's talking and everyone else can hear him, except for Star-Lord. Remember, the joke's funny when everyone else is in on it except for the one person.
Yeah.
The joke's always going to be funny when everybody else is in on it. Because now you know he's sitting there just fucking up. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's, other than that, like I said, decent movie. Out of everything that's come from the MCU since Endgame, like this and Spider-Man are probably in the top right now. Like the better, like entertaining, story was good, characters were good. Like I said, the biggest hiccup I could say is just kind of the pacing of, dramatic to comedy within the flow. Other than that, still well, kind of kept to itself, isolated from whatever else is going on currently within the MCU, which I think did it a lot of favors. Not getting bogged down with all the multiverse madness, no pun intended. You know
Agreed.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of kept to itself. They kept the continuity of whatever happened in the little Christmas special with Kevin Bacon, so that's a good thing. I'm glad Gunn was up to speed on that, so that we established that Mantis and Quill were brother and sister, because we found that out during the Christmas special. So if you skipped out on that, you missed the kind of crucial plot element that But I'm glad they kind of kept that continuity in there. So cheers to that. I always appreciate good continuity. And there was no need for exposition or nothing to explain it or anything. Like I said, if you watched the Christmas special, you're all caught up to speed. If you didn't, SOL. Right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So, but other than that, Guardian's good. I can't really say anything else that's like, this is terrible or whatever. No, it was good. It was fine. Enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm just hoping that whatever comes next can at least keep up with that kind of momentum or possibly surpass it. Give us fingers crossed. All right, but we are kind of pushing that envelope. Like we going extra overtime on this one. Like I think it's time we get into that fight. We ain't never gonna do Sibla on a Daytona again, are we? All right. Well, we are in the second round. Last week, who won last week? What was it? Buffy. Buffy made it to the next round. This week, we got two combatants who like a little lighter shade of color. We've got the Pink Time Force Ranger taking on Mortal Kombat's Melina. Matt, you want to tell the lovely people at home the rules of the fight? Oh, wait, stop. Wait, hold up, Matt. I almost forgot something here. Give me a second. Okay, it should be the same one. Hold on. Because I don't think anybody can hear you. Just give me a second. Okay, where is it at? There we go. Okay. There we go.
Alright, we're good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, so like the only weapons or equipment they have access to is anything they would have on like a regular day or like a regular mission. Same thing applies to powers and abilities. It's only stuff that they could regularly do. There's no calling for backup, unless, of course, it's something they would normally do. And, of course, the most important factor here, my friends, is bloodlust is turned up to the max. At the end of the day, these two have to fight to a finish. There's no debate on can they talk it out or can they work it out? None of that. They have to fight, and yeah, I think that's it.
Fight.
Okay. So as we established last time, Lena good at fighting. She's very good at the fighting. She's got some ability when it comes to like martial arts. She's got the size. She can shoot projectiles. Like I don't know what you want to call them, but like energy projectiles. Melina also vicious streak. We talked about it last time. You know, hiding behind that veil are a set of very sharp and scary teeth that Melina has absolutely been known to bite and tear flesh with those teeth. So yeah, Melina's got a vicious streak. Pretty standard with all Power Rangers. Jen is also a very accomplished fighter. She's got the Chrono Blaster, which gives her a nice little projectile. She's got the Chrono Sabers. She's got the bigger cannon. I don't remember what it's called. She's got the bigger like cannon. I don't know. Where are you guys? What are you guys thinking?
Hmm.
Could Melina's teeth break through Power Ranger armor though?
I don't feel like they could. Like I think her teeth are they're good at tearing like flesh or whatnot. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can penetrate that energy field.
Yeah.
Like the morphing grid kind of creates like an energy field. That's why whenever they get hit, there's sparks, and I kind of question could Melina's teeth penetrate that.
That's kind of where I'm at, because if she can't, because the only way she takes this is if those shields break, because there would be no other way to compromise her. So yeah, I don't know.
I feel also the time sabers are like dual like swords. They have more range. They're gonna be much more effective than the Sai.
Oh, most definitely.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Jen is just gonna take this one. That's kind of where I'm leaning right now. I kind of feel like Jen is just gonna take this fight.
You know what? I'm kind of led to believe that myself.
You know, I kind of feel like Melina could put up a good fight, but yeah, I just feel like the swords are gonna trump uh the swords are gonna trump the Sai, and Jen is protected by the morphing grid. Melina has no armor. She has no protection, and that's
All right, but what would you say if
Jen.
say they lose the weapons and we hand to hand now?
And
But here's my thing. I don't even think that would work because with Power Rangers they can just kind of materialize weapons. So even if she like
let's
lost
see.
even if she lost possession of the sword, she could probably summon something else to fucking take care of her.
I think even if she loses the weapons, and this is specific. This is specific to Jen specifically. She's like a Time Force officer, so she's trained in hand to hand combat. She's trained to subdue criminals. Like Time Force is basically just like it's just like the it's just like being like a special forces or something. Like she's trained to deal with people hand to hand. She's trained to handle people hand to hand. Also, Melina's too wild. She's too unpredictable. I think she's too unfocused. Also, if I'm deferring to anything that started after Mortal Kombat 9, because the original Mortal Kombat games didn't really have much of a story. So I'm referencing after Mortal Kombat 9. She got beat pretty fucking quickly in those games. Like she fought Devora, and then Devora killed her fairly quickly. She could not defeat Devora. Yeah, see Trunks right here is saying it. Like yeah, like in it was in Mortal Kombat 10. She got defeated very quickly, and then she was killed very easily. It's really hard for me not to go with Jen on this one. Uh, even that's to say without the weapons, like she doesn't. I don't even think she needs to bring the Zord into this fight, but theoretically she could. She, I don't even think she needs that. I think Jen's gonna wrap this up pretty quick.
I agree.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
might
go.
have to co-sign with you on that.
Yeah.
Well, looks like Pink Force Time Force Rangers moving on.
If if we had maybe picked a different Pink Ranger, I could maybe make a case, but Jen Scott is at the top of her class. She's like the tippy top of like Time Force officers. Forget even being a Power Ranger. Like just as an agent of Time Force, she's at the very top of her class. If this was anybody else, I could maybe make a case, but Jen Scott, Officer Jen Scott is gonna handle Melina.
Well, there it is.
Sorry, Mortal Kombat fans.
I can't argue with the facts, man. But hey, she moves on to the next round, and we're one step closer to picking a champion for the Mando.
Like here's the thing with these. Here's the thing with these. You can't have to. Sometimes the person you like better is not the person that makes sense. You have to really kind of break it down and think about it. And when you're kind of in a scenario where there's no conceivable way that one fighter could kill the other fighter, but then the other fighter has multiple ways that they could kill their opponent, just kind of like, well, what else do you do, you know?
Yeah.
Like if this had been Melina and Buffy, I would maybe say Melina all day, but that's how it be sometimes.
Yeah, that would be. But I think with that, we're gonna wrap it up here because, like I said, we did definitely go heavy duty overtime, but it's all good. You know, we had fun.
Yeah.
I gotta remind myself later to timestamp this, but you know, that's all good. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Always appreciate everyone taking a little bit out of their time to come hang out with us. And if you liked what you seen, hey, smash the like. And if you didn't, that's okay. Appreciate you taking that time. Subscribe if you're not already, and ring the bell because, you know, YouTube could give a shit about us.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt and myself will be back here tomorrow night for some clickbait goodness. Y'all have yourself a great night. Enjoy the rest of the evening and the weekend if we don't see you then tomorrow. And make sure you always kick out. You guys got anything to say before we wrap it up?
Hey, thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the extra long episode.
You know, Gizzle that jizzle and jacket. You know what I'm gonna say.
Chad the Woogie?
Yeah, put it in your chuck.
Put it in your Kaju. Can you check your Woogie?
Put it in your chuckawoogie.
Put it in your Chuckawoogie.
Jack in the chuckawoogie.
Lock it in.
Lock that chuckawoogie and jack it in, gentlemen.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Life is harder, it gets harder day by day. We can show that we are trying, but making sure that everyone can stay. You or me can depend on, no one else can do it right. I'm someone you can rely on, cause we're not giving up with how to fight. You gotta work it out, think about it. Work it out, talk about it. Work it out, make it happen. Let's work it out. You've got to make it real. You got to make it real. You've got to make it real. You got to make it real. Real. Work it out, think about it. Work it out, talk about it. Work it out, make it happen. Let's work it out. You got to make it real. You got to make it real. Got to make it real. You got to make it real. Real. You got to work it out, think about it. Work it out.